playoffs, it was time for a change.
It's my honor and pleasure to introduce Bill Belichick.
The addition of Bill Belichick signals a new chapter in Patriots football. His message has reached the troops, and rather quickly.
Get ready, Larry, get ready.
It's a whole new attitude around here, and it's something that we desperately need.
He's not taking no crap. And that's to say it bluntly, and that's it.
It has been a poised and professional preseason, if not prolific from an offensive standpoint. Tonight, in our nation's capital, Drew Bledsoe and the Patriots hope to get on track against a revamped Redskins team that has Super Bowl dreams in their heads.
Not familiar with. Earlier this week, I had a chance to sit down with the coach and ask him about a progress report for this camp.
How was this camp, in your opinion, so far?
Like, I think the camp went pretty well. I thought the players, when we got down here, had a good attitude. They've worked hard. We've spent a lot of time on the field and in meetings, and we've gone over a lot of things, and they've pushed through it pretty hard. We had a real tough stretch there for about 10 days up to the Detroit game, and I feel like we got a lot done, and it's been good.
Some of these younger players, did anybody play themselves into a job in the first 2 games?
Well, I think it'd be too early for that, but I think a couple of them have put themselves in contention, and if they can maintain that consistency, and then they'll have a shot at it. What happens to a lot of rookies is they look good and then they level off, and we've got a couple of guys that have hit that plateau, and if that's the way it's going to be, then no, if they can get back on the rise, then they'll be in the hunt.
As you have to get used to some of the players on the team, do you have to get used to working with your new staff as well?
Very much. I have a background with some of the coaches on the staff, but other ones are new, and the whole system coming together, of course, is new for us. So I think that's gone pretty well. Again, the coaches have put in a lot of long hours, especially in the spring, getting organized for the mini camps and the training camps and so forth. And we've ironed out a few things. Probably a couple more to go, but I think we're getting there to where we can operate pretty efficiently.
You seem like you're a stickler for the small things. As you said last week, whoever plays left guard will take care of itself. I want to make sure when I call a nickel defense, a dime defense, that the right people are out there and no confusion. Has that always been your take in the way you've coached?
Right. A lot of players, players will ask me in the offseason, well, who's going to play here, who's going to play there, am I going to start or am I going to be a backup? To me, that all takes care of itself. I mean, I'll put them out there and let them play. Whoever's the better player, that'll all be decided on the field. Really, that's an easy decision. Just watch the players play and see which one plays better. But bringing everybody together, the coaching staff, the players, particularly when you have a lot of substitutions going on, those are things that take a lot of coordination. And your team really has to think as one. They can't wait to hear, well, what's the coach going to call, or what are we going to do in this situation? They should already be thinking ahead of time, oh, okay, here's the situation. All right, this is what we practice. This is what we're going to do. And then when you make the call, then everybody can, anticipate it and execute it with confidence.
Are they getting it?
Well, I was encouraged by the 2-minute drills at the end of the Detroit game, both halves. At the end of the first half, we only had a few seconds there. We got the ball into field goal position and got the timeout. And then, of course, at the end of the game, we were able to get down there and have an opportunity to win with Adams' kick right at the end. So I think those were positives, and those are the type of situations, the execution that we're looking for.
All right, we're joined now by our Patriots analyst.
Add to the list of aging superstars, the Redskins had the #2 pick in the draft, adding Penn State linebacker LeVar Arrington, a pass rusher extraordinaire.
I haven't seen that much talent in an individual since Derek Thomas. He's remarkable. He has the physical ability. We just have to get his head caught up with his physical ability, and the sky's the limit for this young man.
Now on the Patriots side of the football.
From his hair and physique, which are each about 15 pounds heavier, to his abilities, which have put him into class of NFL defensive players.
It's always good to get sacks. I mean, in my position, I thrive off of sacks and big plays.
Willie's a tremendous athlete. I mean, he runs like a linebacker. He has the power of the defensive lineman, and he's a very intelligent football player. He's very instinctive. In a lot of ways, he's like Lawrence Taylor.
That's like one of the highest compliments. LT was like my hero growing up as a kid. I don't compare myself to him. He's in the league of his own. I just try to do my thing and, you know, try to get better every year and try to get better every week.
But maybe most importantly to the success of this Patriots team is the role McGinnis has assumed as a leader, a role which recently was officially endorsed when he was named a defensive co-captain.
My teammates voted me, you know, and that was a great thing. But, you know, you're only a real captain, or you're only a guys look up to you if you go out and make plays.
The game's important to him. Football's important, and he prepares hard, and he's ready to go. So that's, I mean, he's got all the qualities that we're looking for, and I think that's why, you know, the team, you know, elected him captain on the defense. I think he's earned the respect of everybody around here, particularly his teammates. That's pretty clear.
Hail to the Redskins being played behind us.
Action. That's why they subscribe to Patriots Football Weekly, the official newspaper of the New England Patriots. $39.95 brings you 30 issues of the NFL's best team newspaper, loaded with scouts.
The Redskins defense and Bruce Smith, the great defensive end from the Buffalo Bills, being introduced to the crowd right here. Nelly, some final thoughts from you before we wrap it up.
Well, I think the Washington Redskins are the real heavyweight in the NFL right now, and tonight you might see 8 #1 draft choices playing defense with the Redskins. You hear all these great players, Deion Sanders, Bruce Smith, but the one guy I really want to see play is LeVar Arrington. Unbelievable talent, great program at Penn State. And also, this Washington Redskins team, I think this is the first time in NFL history that 4 players playing are actually older than the owner. So it's going to be an interesting night.
Now, what about on the offensive side of the ball for the Patriots? I would say third down conversions were a big sore spot for them last week. Anything else you'd like to see them improve on?
Well, I think we're going to really see a game plan this week. As you said earlier, Mike, they have a whole week to game plan, and I'm sure the offensive staff got together when they saw Bruce Smith and, you know, Stubblefield and Wilkinson and Marco Coleman, you know, the front 4. I'm sure they got good protection for Drew Bledsoe, first of all, but I think tonight we're going to see Charlie Weiss start implementing all the, you know, the wide open offense that we saw with Testaverde the last couple of years with the Jets. A lot of timing passes, a lot of open sets, a lot of one-back sets, a lot of motion. It's going to be more of a game plan game offensively.
All right, Nelly, look forward to visiting with you again in the 5th quarter, immediately following a game. It gives us a chance to remind you that, unlike the first 2 games, we'll be on with our post-game show immediately following the game. Patriots 5th quarter. And of course, we've got the kickoff for you coming up in just a moment. For everybody here in Maryland, our gang back in our studios in Boston, I'm Mike Lynch. Patriots football is coming your way next. Tonight, near our nation's capital, the focus will be on Drew Bledsoe and the offense. They know it's time for takeoff.
3, 2, 1, ignition and liftoff.
And welcome to FedEx Stadium, where tonight the New England Patriots preseason moves to Game 3 against the team that many project as the NFC's next Super Bowl team, the Redskins. A hot, humid night near the nation's capital. Rain should not be a factor. Good evening, everyone. Don Quickie with Jerry Glanville. There's a lot to like about the Patriots' defense this summer. In 2 games, it has 11 sacks. It's allowing just 5 points a game. But, Jerry, there are questions on offense. They look to identify a fullback tonight.
Well, the good news is Coach Belichick says we have 3 good fullbacks, but they're going to try to look at all of them tonight. He said if we can come out of this game with Carter, Floyd, and Shaw, if we know which 2 are the best. And I'm wondering about Shaw. I can remember 3 years ago as a rookie. Everybody loved this guy. He's got to step up and make some plays tonight.
And on the offense also, 3rd down conversions has been a major problem. Drew Bledsoe hopes to get that right tonight.
Well, I think one reason they're struggling so bad on 3rd down conversion is that Drew Bledsoe has not been playing very much. Now that he's supposed to play an entire half, I think maybe that 3rd down conversion will come around a little bit.
The Redskins, a formidable opponent. They brought in a lot of old guys for millions and millions of dollars, but you wonder, are guys like Bruce Smith and Deion Sanders still what they used to be? Can they go a full season?
Well, I think what you do with the Sanders and the Smiths is, and even Jeff George, you pick your spots where you're going to play them. Although I think that running back on that list, Adrian Morrell, is an excellent running back. I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots or another team, they may try to make a trade and get that guy.
Could happen. Now let's go down for more on tonight's game as we go to the sidelines into Mike Lynch. Mike?
Don, as you said, the Redskins' philosophy this year is right out of George Allen's book. The future is now. They were 1 point away from the NFC title game a season ago. Meanwhile, the Patriots had a disastrous second half of the season at 2-6. And those who make their living making predictions have picked the Patriots to finish near the bottom, when we wondered how that sits with some of the veterans.
From our performance from, last year, I wouldn't pick us either, to win the division, to win the Super Bowl. But I think it's good right now, Our expectations aren't that high. As a matter of fact, from the last couple of publications, I think that we're supposed to be the last place team. And I know that's not going to happen. We might have been the last place team a year ago, but it definitely won't happen this year. And, we don't have any pressure, and the horse is not on our backs, Everything is, kind of switched in our division to Indianapolis, so we're going to try to come back and take the throne. I think we are going to come back and take the throne, and we're going to be the team to beat in division.
Well, in the first 2 exhibition games so far, the defense has made a statement. Tonight, the onus is on the offense, and as you mentioned, Don, not only are we going to see an awful lot of Drew Bledsoe in the first offense, but don't be surprised if they open it up far more than they have in the first 2 games. Gentlemen?
Okay, Mike, the Patriots have won the toss, and they'll be receiving to start the game as they under coach Bill Belichick. And we'll first look at the Gillette Mach 3, Belichick's keys to the game with Coach Glanville.
One thing he wants to do is a better field position on a kickoff return, especially when you're on the road. You get to run a kickoff back and you get a holding penalty, and your whole offense is stymied. 3rd down efficiency has been absolutely terrible. I think that'll pick up once you start playing your regulars more and more. And the last thing, he did not get this in Detroit. He wants to be able to react to a hostile environment. This crowd, he was hoping, would really get after him and scream at him, because in Detroit, nobody showed up. We didn't have any fans in Detroit.
Well, it's been quite a tour this summer for Coach Belichick and his team. This is their 3rd preseason game in 12 days, all on the road. Back now for the Patriots, awaiting the kickoff, are Kevin Falk and Antoine Harris. Been going through different kickers here. Here's Clay Rush, just brought in.
Brought in from the Iowa Barnstormers of the Arena League. So this is the first time he's kicked off of grass. You got to remember, arena football, they're all played indoors, aren't they, in arenas?
Well, I'll tell you, the Iowa Barnstormers, if I recall correctly, gave us the St. Louis quarterback, did they not?
Yeah, and he was used to indoors football, too. But the kicker kicking off of grass, but did a good job, was the MVP over there in arena football.
And then Kurt Warner was MVP of the regular season last year for the Rams, and also in the Super Bowl. Now Rush is ready to kick it off. Patriots coming in with a 2-0 record this preseason.
Now Rush can kick off better than he can kick field goals. Watch his deep kick. You're going to get excited here, Don.
Redskins are 0-1. He hits it high, and it will carry a couple yards deep, and here comes Kevin Falk. He is to the 20-yard line, or almost to it. Good special teams play. Kevin Mitchell, a linebacker named Kevin Mitchell. They often have a runner by that name. He comes out and
makes the stop at about the 18-yard line. So a win for the special teams of the Redskins as they stop the Patriots' return inside New England's 20-yard line. Drew Bledsoe at the helm. Now in his 8th year, and he's just 28 years old, and yet he's already thrown for some 26,000 plus yards, 147 touchdowns. He is going to look early to put it up, and here comes the rush, and Bledsoe is taken down, sacked back at the 12-yard line. Bruce Smith was with him.
First and 10, though, Don. No backs in the backfield. Spread formation on 1st and 10, and that told Bruce Smith, no running game. Come and get me.
Remax, offensive backs and receivers. Raymond Harrison, Carter the runners. Brisby and Glenn the wideouts. Bjornsson starts at tight end. The rookie, Robinson Randall, continues to improve at right tackle. Damian Woody, a solid center. The offensive line really in disarray to an extent because so many guys are hurt, but they are getting well. Kevin Falk runs on 2nd down and 17, and he takes the ball ahead for a gain of not to about the 19-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and 11. As we look at the Remax front 7 of the Redskins, some famous names in there.
That front 4, look, it looks like a Pro Bowl team.
Really does. They've all been there. Champ Bailey, a tremendous young corner, 4th player picked in last year's draft. And, of course, the incomparable Deion Sanders, the other corner. Bledsoe needing 11, takes a look, airs it out, makes the throw. Was there a foul? It looks like Glenn was taken down, but they say no, as Darrell Green, a nickelback, was covering on the play, and so it's 3 and out for the Patriots offense on their first possession.
You realize what you just said? Darrell Green, a nickelback. Here's a guy, but an all-pro corner for years, as good as anybody, and they got so many corners, he's just playing in a nickel situation.
Now James Thrash is back anticipating the punt of Lee Johnson, the 16-year veteran who is punting very well again. He left puts the ball downfield, booms it downfield. Thrash, one of the fastest Redskins from his 28. The race is on. Thrash taken down at the 34-yard line. Tony George, number 41, was the first down to get him. And the Redskins will go on offense, 1st down and 10. Floyd also on the play for the Patriots, one of their fullbacks. And at quarterback is Brad Johnson, 31 years old, a big guy out of Florida State. But while lacking mobility, he is a tremendous pocket passer. Big, strong arm, sees the entire field. And last year, for the first time, stayed healthy for 16 games. He likes to sit back and pick a defense apart. But as a runner, he can't. The handoff. Stephen Davis runs and turns the corner. And so the Redskins, who Jerry seemed very pumped before the game, didn't they, for a preseason game? They're in the middle of the field, all jumping down, all 80 of them.
Well, I think the reason they all know they're going to play a half, that they're not going to watch this game. They haven't played much till this game, so they were excited to get out there and see what they could get going.
Look at the Remax offensive set for the Redskins. Stephen Davis, 17 touchdowns scored last year. Jansen and Samuels, the tackle. Samuels is the rookie out of Alabama, the 4th player picked in the current draft. Tremendous prospect, and here is a run. A cutback move by Davis is shut right down by Chad Eaton. As we continue now looking at the New England defense, which already has recorded 11 sacks in the first 2 preseason games. McGinnis has been tremendous. 2 sacks, interception in return for a touchdown that decided the game against Detroit. Mitchell, Eaton, and Hamilton. Katzenmoyer starts in the middle. Ted Johnson did not make the trip, but he is practicing and will be ready to go September 3 against Tampa Bay, opening day at Foxborough. Handoff, Stephen Davis takes it straight ahead on 3rd and short. He is ahead for a 1st down. Bobby Hamilton, who spent 4 seasons with the Jets, played under Coach Belichick there, makes the stop, along with Andy Katzenmoyer. The Remax look at the secondary of the Patriots. Ty Law and Antonio Langham at the corners. Malloy, the strong safety, and Tabucky Jones, Jerry, appears to be the free safety now.
That's something I'm proud that he's able to contribute. You know, when he was playing at corner, you wondered if they made a mistake on the pick, but he's able to play himself into being valuable as a free safety. Good job by this coaching staff switching his position.
On 1st and 10, a swing pass. The ball is caught. Larry Centers coming out of the backfield. The veteran who caught so many passes for the Arizona Cardinals is taken down by Ron Holmberg, starting at linebacker for the Patriots. And Larry Centers delivers the goods ahead for a gain of almost 10 yards.
And talking to Coach Belichick last night, he thought Centers is the key to their offense, that he is such a tough guy and plays so hard on every play that Centers is the guy you got to stop. He's not a blocking isolation fullback. He's a guy out of the backfield, as everybody knows, more like a halfback, but he's hard-nosed, he's tough.
High set on second and short. Play fake. Johnson looks, fires, open man, first down Redskins as he advances the ball with the throw down to the Patriots' 42-yard line. Andy Katzenmoy and Ron Holmberg bring him down.
And because of the Redskins' running attack, which they were so good at last year, on the play-action fake, there's no pressure on the quarterback whatsoever. So when Brad Johnson fakes the run, you can see he stood back there and found his man.
Look at that fake again, Jerry.
He's already made the fake, and he's sitting back in there with absolutely no pressure on him.
Straight ahead dive play. Stephen Davis gets a little bit on first down, maybe 2 yards. It'll be second down and 8, middle of the defense. Chad Eaton was on the step, along with Bobby Hamilton.
And I like Chad Eaton. Chad Eaton plays bigger than he is, Don. Most defensive tackles in there are that size, weigh a whole lot more than he does, but he plays big. He can knock you around.
There's no question. You know, they talk to the Patriot defenders. This way this defense is set up. The blitz can come from anywhere, anytime. Johnson has to hurry and fires down the sideline and throws the ball away. The coverage was good. Michael Westbrook was in the area of the ball, but Brandon Mitchell starting tonight put the rush on. Ty Law covering, and the Patriot defense wins that down, making it 3rd and 8.
And you call it, that was a secondary that totally shut out all the Redskins. And Brad Johnson, being the good quarterback he is, he threw it away intentionally, but he was forced to throw it away because of the excellent secondary play by the Patriots.
3rd and 8 at the 38-yard line of New England.
Spread formation in a shotgun, Don.
He's got to get it away fast. Could see a blitzer coming off the edge, off the corner. Johnson, here comes the rush. Slade moving on him. Johnson makes a throw, and the ball is caught beautifully. There's a penalty marker in. That was James Thrash, knocked down by Tabucky Jones, who may have fouled him before the ball got there.
I think they had a little contact before the ball, but they're able to hang on to it anyway. But good job by Tabucky being that close, being all over it.
Pass interference, 34 defense, penalties decline, play results in a first down.
It'll come off the left side of your screen, little center cut, and Tabucky got his right arm around the waist before the ball got there.
13-yard gain on the play, and the Redskins are driving in a scoreless first quarter right up the middle. Stephen Davis rockets ahead. He's become a big play breakaway guy. He has the burst. Lawyer Malloy cut him down, but the Redskins drive on.
Inside lead, running right up the middle, little isolation. Can't erase my dot here.
So
there it is. Got it out of there.
Yeah, Patriot defense, Jerry, getting cracked open like it has not been so far this preseason.
Well, the inside running game got him that time with power. They bring in Mike Sellers at fullback when they're going to power run you.
Johnson throws as he's hit hard and does well to get the ball away. As the rush was coming, Chad Eaton broke down the defense. That quick, shifty, hard-to-block nose tackle, Chad Eaton, who's in a contract year, makes a big play.
Good pressure. The quarterback, it was a pump and go. So the time he faked the first pump, he didn't have time. Watch the quarterback. He'll fake that one, and now he's trying to set up the deep one. But if you're going to take 2 pumps, Chad Eaton was all over him.
And that's kind of a hit, Jerry, when the big guy at 300 pounds powers him down into the ground. Coaches hold their breath.
Yeah, he put his face right on Brad Johnson's sternum.
Johnson has had injury problems.
Watch which fullback the Redskins play. When they got Mike Sellers, they run that lead, that hard-nosed football up inside. And when they come with centers, they like to throw that football.
So with 9:06 to play in the first quarter, third down comes up when we come back in this scoreless game.
Patriots. By your local New England Ford dealers, the official car and truck of the Patriots. By Mach 3 from Gillette, for the closest shave in fewer strokes with less irritation. By U.S. Airways, with hourly shuttle service to New York's LaGuardia and Washington's National Airport. And by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the New England Patriots.
Back to FedEx Stadium outside Washington, D.C. Redskins driving on their first possession. Coach Bill Belichick's defense seeing a lot of looks in the passing of Brad Johnson. The Skins quarterback has hit 3 of 5 in this opening drive for 27 yards.
And the type of passes Brad Johnson likes are those short possession, off play action pass, tough to defend when you can run the ball. And now they're in 3rd and short with 3 tight ends in the ball game.
Back to the run on 3rd and short. They go to Stephen Davis, who cracks the plane and has, it appears to be a first down for the Redskins. Ty Law got in there to make the hit. Brad Johnson can light up a defense. Last December against the 49ers, he passed for 471 yards, did Brad Johnson. Davis gets the first down. Johnson had a 90 quarterback rating in '99. That was the 5th best mark in the league.
Now you have Larry Centers in there at fullback, so it'll be a little different style of offense than it was with Mike Sellers at fullback.
Centers a pass catcher, and that's what they're looking to do now. Johnson takes a look, running out of time. Throws and throws it away.
That would have been grounding if he didn't scramble outside of the quarterback box, is why he could throw it away. Good job.
So far, we're finding one thing out, Jerry. Corey Raymer, the center for the Redskins, can't block Chad Eaton. Eaton's in there again.
There'll be a lot of people this year won't be able to block Chad Eaton.
Adrian Morrell now comes in, a former Cardinal, former Jet, slashing inside runner. Can catch the ball. He's the I-back for the Redskins on, as you see, 2nd and 10. Blitz. Dumps it off. Well executed on the run. Adrian Morrell ducking inside. He goes in, and the Redskins take a 6-0 lead.
A screen inside the 20-yard line. And they brought in Larry Centers at fullback, who went out the other side, got everybody's attention, and they screened away from Larry Centers.
14 yards and a touchdown. So the Redskins place kicker is out now, Peter Alazovic. They're looking at a lot of kickers. Usually isn't the case with a Super Bowl contender. Usually have your kicking game set, but they got a lot of guys in camp. So the Redskins are impressive on their opening possession, mixing the run and the pass, taking it in on a 14-yard play to Adrian Morrell. 7-0 Redskins.
Comes in at fullback. It's a pass. He'll run out to the flat to the quarterback's right, and Adrian Morrell will drift out to the left for the screen. And they got 3 guys to block 1. Touchdown.
63, Keith Sims, the left guard. He had a big piece of it. Now Falk and Harris are back for a second time, awaiting a kickoff. Here's Rush. The rookie trying out. Bobble kick by Antoine Harris. He's in trouble. And he's downed at the 5-yard line in one critical area that Coach Bill Belichick talked to us about. He said he wanted to see his kickoff returns improve. He said, yeah, this league is too tough to go 80 or 90 yards in a drive. You got to get field position. They didn't get it there. Patriots will go on offense again when we come back. AM 1510 WNRB for exclusive interviews with Drew Bledsoe, Ted Johnson, and Coach Bill Belichick. That's Patriots Monday on AM 1510. Tonight, from outside Washington, D.C., the Patriots and the Redskins. A bobble kick return by Antoine Harris, the rookie. And now the Patriots start from deep in their own end. A handoff, and they break the run with Kevin Falk. Moving into the right side of the Skins defense before a safety, Sam Shade, knocked him down. Gains out to 17 for a gain of 6.
And Falk showing good quickness up here. He's playing at a different speed than the other people. I think when you get a guy that shows that quickness early, you feed him the football. Looked quicker than everybody else on the field.
Well, he's in there again, Kevin Falk, on second down, a long 4. Like they give it again to Falk. They do indeed feed him, but there's not much there. They fed him the ball, but he got eaten up right at the line of scrimmage. Sean Barber, the best blitzer on the Redskin defense, makes the stop. Big play linebacker, but not known as a great run stuffer.
There's the coach drawing up the offensive plays and formation as to what happened on the screen. He's probably showing them the fullback to the flat and the tailback sliding out on the screen.
Play is whistled dead on a 3rd down and 4. With 6:51 to play in the first quarter, here's the referee, Ron Winter.
Prior to the snap, false start, 86 offense.
And this is what throws off your offense. You get the bad kickoff return, you get a penalty, and you're backed up in the hole. You got 3rd and 9, you're down there. And this is exactly what Coach Belichick talked to us about yesterday. Did not want to get in these situations, wanted to improve. And he's going over that screenplay as to what's going on in the passing game.
Split backfield now with Tony Carter in with Kevin Falk as Bledsoe airs out a deep ball. There's Terry Glenn going high, but unable to come down with it. As Deion Sanders, he dares the quarterback to throw at his side, breaks it up.
And here's Deion. There's 2 great athletes there, Don. And you can tell Deion's never worried about getting beat deep. In fact, when he played for me, he used to scare me. He'd let people get open so the quarterback would throw the ball so he'd have a chance on an interception, go close on him.
What is it, just sheer speed he's got to be able to close like that?
Yeah, he's got speed and he's got abilities. He's got gears he doesn't know. He can go a little faster anytime he wants.
James Thrash takes the punt. And he is taken down, but at midfield, so the Redskins start with very good field position. Tony Carter was the lead tackler, number 30. Fullback playing well on special teams, as does Chris Floyd, the other fullback. Back with the Redskins on offense after this. In preseason game, offensive line coach Dante Scarnecchia, also assistant head coach, working with his guys as we have the Fleet Boston trivia question. Out of the Patriots' 16 opponents, how many made the playoffs last season?
Well, if this was basketball, I'd say all of them. They all were in the playoffs. Is our basketball team doesn't make the playoffs?
Oh, there's probably a third of them don't. Right now, with 1st and 10 coming out, Brad Johnson lets it go long, and he's got a guy down there, but the coverage is right with him. A clean breakup, beautifully done by Ty Law. 2 people went down, but they were both going for the ball and looking back at it. So far, for here, look at this again.
Watch
Jerry.
Ty Law, never in any trouble, not worried about, gets his head around so he can bump. As long as you get your head around and look for the football, then a little elbow, a little push is legal. If you keep your back of your head to the football, then you can't push and shove.
Total net yards decidedly in favor of the Skins.
Yeah, they got 65 yards, and the Pats have 5. But don't forget, last week we had 9 rushing at halftime.
Yes, they had the lead because of Willie McGinnis' interception and return. Here's a throw, beautifully thrown ball off the flank. They talk about Brad Johnson throwing a very catchable ball as he feathers it into the fastest Redskin receiver, Albert Connell.
Oh, Don, you know too much football. You're sitting up here and you're exactly right on this throw. It's not a hard throw. Ty Law's in a bailout. That's a bailout zone, turning and running. Look at that soft throw. You know what? Give me that card you gave me to read. Don, you are really good and you know football. There, I read that for you, Don.
19-yard gain on that play.
Nice throw, wasn't it?
Brad Johnson, really one of the highest paid players in the league now, was a 9th-round draft choice out of Florida State. Now he throws on the run and he's picked. Beautifully done by Ron Holmberg, the linebacker. Holmberg out of Penn State, who had 9 tackles last week against the Detroit Lions, makes a big play So just as we're extolling the throwing of Red Johnson, he gets picked on a terrific linebacker coverage play.
Well, he's trying to make up because Holmberg's the one that gave up that screen for a touchdown. And so this time he's going to be to the right of your screen, a little play action fake. The quarterback scrambles around, doesn't have as much on the ball as he wants. What a nice play. And that was on trying to get to Larry Centers on what's called an arrow and up, trying to get the best receiver down the sideline. What a nice play. I'd forgive him now for giving up that screen for a touchdown.
A quick change, and the Patriots have the ball. An out pattern. Kevin Falk makes a good grab below the knees. Low thrown ball. And he'll be taken down at the 27-yard line. Virtually no gain on the play. Sam Shade, a strong safety who really plays like a linebacker, but the book on him, Jerry, is he can be beaten with the pass. They're working on him.
Well, they didn't beat him on that time. That ball came out in a hurry, and you wonder why he made that throw. If you want to gain a yard, I'd rather hand it off, wouldn't you?
Well, that's all they got, yeah. 1 yard, second and 9. The reverse, and on the run is Troy Brown, and he's not done across the 40, and Troy Brown catches the Redskin defense going the wrong way. Finally, one of those veterans, the Redskins signed Mark Carrier, 27, gets him down, but way downfield.
Well, Troy Brown last week was the one guy that can run after the catch. So he ran so good after the catch last week, they decided they'll just hand it to him. Oh, nice block downfield. Good job by the big tackle.
A statistician assiduously working, trying to determine how far that was. I'll guess it's 44 yards. We'll do that, too. Here's a pitch back now. It's Kevin Falk runs with the ball and comes to the near side, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. Mark Carrier takes him out.
And Robinson Randall leading that play. A fully grown guy coming around a corner, number 77. And he just about blurred out the sun coming around that corner. Nice job of running. You wouldn't think a man that big could run that well. Got a little holding against the Patriots.
A 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
So the ball is set back now to the 45-yard line.
First down still.
Gary Glenn comes out to the near side. Bledsoe, long ball. He's got Glenn, but he overshoots him. Glenn, who scares every defense in the NFL because he can run away from any defender. He got the step on Darrell Green there. That takes some doing.
And Darrell Green was going to play the ball, was going to cut underneath it. And by that, what that means, he's really trailing the play. If the ball was thrown in there, he'd have cut underneath him trying to get his hand. He's telling the coaching staff that right now. Darrell Green said, I wasn't beat, I was going to cut underneath.
Brings up second down, and they need 20. Bledsoe against the rush. Screens it out, puts too much on it, and Kevin Falk couldn't hold on to it.
And Dana Stubblefield right there, if he would have caught it, Dana Stubblefield was ready. By the way, I saw a movie with Dana Stubblefield in. He was a prisoner. Did you see that?
I did not, no.
I just saw a movie where he was the bad guy in prison. It starred Ben Affleck and Dana Stubblefield. Can't tell you the name of the movie, you know me.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Affleck's the commercial, isn't it?
Is that who that is?
Affleck. Here is Bledsoe taking a look.
Good protection.
Down. Oh, a pick by Darrell Green. A remarkable Redskin. Still speedy after all these years. He's on the way down the far sideline. So the Redskins get it back on an interception of their own by the unbelievable cornerback, 18 years in the NFL, Darrell Green.
And he did just exactly what we said. He cut underneath the receiver, and he was hollering at the coaches. That's the way he was playing it. When they made the throw, he looked open. And what he does, he baits you. He'll come right up underneath, be at the bottom of your screen, Now he sees it. Watch him cut right underneath. There's the play.
39-yard return by Darrell Green. He ran about 100 yards, though.
Now watch him right here. Watch him come underneath. That's what he was doing the last time. We had a little argument with the coaches, and it's picked off.
Bledsoe ready to make the throw. And Darrell Green, man, at closing speed.
Not worried about getting run, somebody running by him so he can play underneath the route.
Adrian Morrell runs the ball.
Adrian Morrell, somebody should make a trade and get Adrian Morrell. He's too good not to play, and he's not going to play here with Davis and Hicks. Or maybe they'll get rid of Hicks.
I'll tell you, you said something. I remember Bill Parcells saying when Morrell was wherever he was before the Jets got him, he said he was the best back in the AFC East.
Offense. A 10-yard penalty.
Colts at one time, but
first down.
He's always been good. He never gets the acclaim. Okay, Fleet Boston trivia question. Of the Patriots' 16 opponents, how many made the playoffs last season? The answer is 9.
9. 9. 2 tight ends shifting, changing the strength of formation. Now one coming back in motion, Don.
And they go to Morrell, and the Patriot defense led by a cornerback, Antonio Langham.
Nice play by Antonio.
Makes the stop. It was.
Looks like he got a little shook up on that play, though. We may get Kato Sawanga in there now. See if Kato comes in.
Belichick telling us, Jerry, as you recall, that the defense, his defense was on the field too long against Detroit. He wanted to get some sustained drives. That defense has been out there a lot tonight with 2:20 to go in the first quarter. Redskins leading on a 14-yard screen pass play from Brad Johnson to Adrian Morrell. 2nd and 20. Long ball. Nobody near it but a Patriot to Bucky Jones at 220 pounds.
And I got to say this. That's about as bad a throw as I've seen Brad Johnson make. That looked like one of your golf shots.
Yes, it did.
It had no direction. Had no idea where it was going to land.
I decide which course I'm going to play after I tee off.
Yes. Watch this. This is not the Brad Johnson we know. It's a heave-ho. Well, it was a spiral. And the closest man to it was an official.
You won't play golf, though.
Me? No, every time I played golf, they made everybody wear a helmet. I figured I better give it up.
You know what they say, golf is a game that needlessly prolongs the lives of some of our most useless citizens.
I'd rather take a walk with 3 good friends and not have to be looking for the ball.
Here's a throw, open man, and coming down with it is Irving Fryer, the former Patriot. Yeah, Bucky Jones gets him down. But again, they break a big play on 3rd and 20. They hit it for 22 yards and a first down.
Wow, and I talked to Fryer before the game. He's still, he acts like he's 22 years old. Got great spirit.
I saw him before the game, too, Joe. I said, how long are you going to play? He said, until they kick me out.
A deep, deep zone defense, and when you're playing a deep zone defense and you get 4 down the field, you get trouble covering.
Hand off to Morrell, and he's into the right side of the defense, and he takes it down to about the 18-yard line. Langham cuts him, 3-yard gain on the play.
Well, the Redskins think their right guard, Trey Johnson, is the man. He's the guy they pull the lead up to. Watch Big O 77. They think he's the guy that can lead. Look at him coming up through there.
Getting some pop from James Jenkins, too, number 88, the tight end. So the Redskins looking as good as advertised. They're 0-1 coming to this game. You get the feeling coming in, wanted to play this one to win. They're up 7-0, challenging for more. Morrell takes a dodge move on 2nd down and 7. Doesn't get much before Bobby Hamilton tackles him for the Patriots.
But that's a good read. Adrian Morrell's fullback gets stuffed. Watch the fullback in front of Adrian. He'll get stuffed, so then Adrian's got to jump off to his left so he doesn't run up his back. That's Big Mike Sellers going up in there, and he got stuffed. Good job by the linebacker making the play, bounce to the outside. Andy Katzenmeyer made that play disintegrate right at the line of scrimmage. Good job, Andy!
And that'll do it for the first quarter of play.
as Coach Belichick, whose team has given up only 10 total points in 2 previous preseason games, signs his club down 7-0 after the first 15 minutes of play. The Pats in their new stadium. Call 617-434-PATS.
Did you say private express lanes to get out of there after the game?
That is it.
Woo, that's
Johnson dumps it off, and he's almost picked off by Willie McGinnis.
Good pressure. They caved the whole pocket around him, and then they swatted that ball down.
We know Willie can do it when he gets one like he did last week when he ran it back 49 yards for a touchdown. And now the Patriots could get good field position as after they get the field goal try, they're going to have to try to run it back. They're going to need it badly. Alizovic will try to build the lead first with McDonald's first quarter stat showing total yards 110 to 34. And what the Patriots only have -8 passing?
-8 yards passing.
Alizovic kicks the field goal, so it's up and good. And the Patriots are going to have to open up their offense when they get the ball. 33-yard attempt is good. So the Redskins will kick off when we come back. With Jerry Glanville and Mike Lynch back at FedEx Stadium outside Washington, D.C. The Redskins have extended their lead now to 10-0. And the Patriots, who put a premium tonight on getting good kickoff returns and good field position, really need one now.
Hey, we haven't gone to Mike Lynch all day. Where is Mike? Did he come to the game?
Well, the last time we were here with him, he went to Orlando with my car keys. So
that was something.
Hopefully that revolting development won't happen again.
I saw him yesterday with his 2 beautiful daughters. He's got 3, has 2 daughters with him. He must have married a beautiful gal because his daughters are good looking. They didn't get it from him. I knew they were his daughters because nobody in the whole family had on socks. They're all sockless.
They go from sock free, yeah.
They just stick their old foot right in the shoe.
That's all. Patriots have worked on this now. Kick returns. Play rush approaches the ball. This is the guy they brought in from the indoor league. They wanted to see a long kickoff.
Nice kickoff.
That's a good one, but they're going to run it back. Here comes Kevin Falk. Gets some room to operate. Turns the corner. He's across the 25 and the 30 and the 35 and the 40. And Kevin Falk takes it back some 42 or 3 yards before Matt Stevens runs him out of bounds. And you said something, Jerry. Now, this guy is growing in the position. I mean, he's a sophomore now in the NFL. Here's a guy that ranks in the top 5 in NCAA history in total yardage from scrimmage. At LSU, he had 6,800 yards.
Well, what he's doing, he's playing fast. Watch his feet. I like when a guy is faster than everybody else on the field, and he's not thinking like he did as a rookie, and he's running.
Straight ahead give. Redskins slam the door. Sean Barber was one of the stoppers. They've got 2 of the highest paid defensive tackles in NFL history in Dan Wilkinson and Dana Stubblefield. Wilkinson was the #1 pick in the entire draft taken by Cincinnati. Was pretty good last year, but he's never lived up to the great expectations that were heaped upon him. And Dana Stubblefield one year was the NFL's most valuable player on defense at San Francisco. Got a huge contract to come here, and in 2 years he's been okay. Not great. Throw, catch, and on the run, Troy Brown looking to beat the defense. Races on, and Troy Brown is finally hogtied and thrown down inside the 20-yard line, down inside the 15.
Well, I'm not in the meeting. The ball to me was thrown behind Troy Brown. He had to reach for it. Now, that may have been by design if there's somebody in the middle that's going to knock him out. But I don't think so. It was actually thrown behind him, but he spun when he made the catch. And again, what did we say last week? This is the guy that can run after the catch, but you can't run away from Dion.
Dion will not put that knockout tackle on you, though. And the run comes at him. He didn't want to be there. Here is a handoff now, and Raymond Harris on first down gets very little. Middle backer, a very quick, undersized middle backer, number 50, Derek Smith, makes the stop.
And I like Derek Smith inside. He played a few years as an outside linebacker and was really out of position. He did a good job that time. Got underneath the blocker, sort of submarined the whole play.
But what the Patriots did just do, Jerry, a short time ago, as we were discussing, they got the good kickoff return.
Yes, and that's what they wanted to get accomplished on the road.
Not only does it give you field position, what Belichick says it's a momentum builder. Bledsoe throws. Bjornsson can't hold the ball. Down inside the 5-yard line, close to the end zone.
Thought it was a touchdown.
Sam Shade was covering not very well.
It was a tight end running a corner pattern and sitting up here where we are. Looked like a touchdown was coming. Good throw.
It was.
Watch this tight end. He's going to go down and into the corner. And at this point, I thought they had 6.
Ooh.
Oh, boy. Juggled it a little bit.
They will be going back to that now. It's 3rd down and 11.
No backs in the backfield and shotgun by himself.
Hobbled snap. Bledsoe hit, knocked down back at the 25-yard line. Dan Wilkinson got through, is credited with the sack. Bobble ball helped him. Bledsoe furious. The good news is he got right up. He took a couple of shots right there. He was sitting duck.
Well, watch him on the trying to make the reset. Oh, snap was off to his right. Misdirected snap in the shotgun. Somebody had a hold of his legs, and that allowed Dan Wilkinson to put the big heavy hit on him.
Adam Vinatieri on the field, who's been kicking very well with a 41-yard attempt. Knocks it up and through, and the Patriots are on the board with 12:07 to play in the first half. It's 10-3 Redskins. Patriots kick off when we come back. Or call 800-422-1353. Adrian Morrell and James Thrasher back now awaiting the Patriots kickoff. That last play before the field goal by Vinatieri was not a sack. We're told by the official scorer that because it was an errant snap, it was actually a boarded play and a run. So actually Drew Bledsoe ends up with a -7 rushing attempt. Here's James Thrash. Good special teams coverage gets him down at about the 19-yard line. And there, the Redskins go back on offense. The Redskins who totally dominated the first quarter statistics. Mark Megna was on the tackle for the Patriots. Just an 11-yard return. So Bill Belichick putting a premium on kick coverage and kick returning. They finally broke their first kick return of the preseason, the 42-yarder by Kevin Falk, who's looked tremendous tonight. Both teams going with starting troops at least for the first half and perhaps longer. Brad Johnson on 1st and 10. Throws, gets it away just as he's taken down. Adrian Morrell weaving upfield. Morrell takes it to the outside. And he's all the way out now to the 35-yard line. A gain of 16 yards on the play.
And a good run. I think that was Ty Law. He made Ty Law miss him in the open field. When we get away from Ty Law in the open field, watch this. Looks downfield, doesn't like it, gets good pressure, knows where the safety valve is. Nice pressure on the quarterback. Now watch Ty Law in the open field. He won't see this often. He misses the tackle in the open field. But Bucky Jones is a guy that's jumping out a little bit, playing pretty good, made the tackle.
Moyer almost had the quarterback, but he got it away. Morrell, who scored the game's only touchdown, runs on 1st down and takes it to the 37-yard line, where Chris Slade, who's having a very good camp, makes the stop.
I think Adrian Morrell is going to put Skip Hicks out of business.
Skip Hicks is the other runner of All-American at UCLA, who never really slammed it up in there like they like the running backs to do. He's not a real aggressive attacking runner. Morrell is. Well, Morrell's hard to tackle.
He's a football player.
Yeah, he catches well. As we've seen, he runs well. YAC yards, YAC, yards after catch. They resulted in the touchdown. Johnson feathers another one out there. On the run is Larry Centers. And Centers is all the way down to the 29-yard line.
It looked like a cover 2, which means nobody's in the middle, but your middle linebacker's got to take the tight end seam. Andy Katzenmeyer probably had that tight end responsibility. Here's the play action fake. You can't see it here, but the tight end cleared right underneath the linebacker.
34-yard gain on the play, and the Redskins are challenging again at the Patriots' 29-yard line.
Didn't like Andy on that play. He didn't run real hard. When you get beat, you got to run faster. You got to run. You got to chase.
Drop by Morrell.
Nice. It's a good thing he did. Ty Law was coming hard. Ty Law had the flat and came. He's going to be the force man coming inside out. Nice play by Ty Law. The Patriots are playing a lot of too deep, which means no one's in the middle, which if your tight end comes through there, your middle linebacker, that guy has to take your tight end. Now watch from the left side of your screen, you'll see Ty Law coming. There's Ty Law going to make that play. And again, on that play, the tight end was going to be open down. I don't think Andy understands he's got to take the tight end man-to-man in that too deep zone if he comes through the middle.
Bucky Jones picked up on the blitz. They go to the run to Morrell, and he's ahead for very little, if any, yard. Maybe got a yard down to the 28-yard line. So far, Brad Johnson throwing the ball very well for the Washington Redskins.
He's 8 out of 16. Thanks for that. 130 yards. He's a quarterback that reads the field. Is not throwing deep very well anymore. That's probably why Minnesota wants to throw that ball deep, but makes the right choice where the ball is supposed to go. And he's throwing more short passes, but not throwing the deep ball real good.
From the shotgun on 3rd down and a long 8.
All out blitz.
Here it comes. Brad Johnson is hit. Here's a throw to the end zone, or just short of it. Marker thrown. Westbrook goes for it.
Tato Sawango got a push.
Yep.
But I think we got a hold by the Redskins and a push by the Patriots.
Which results in...
We'll do it again.
We'll do it over.
Let's line up and do it one more time. Now mind, the guy in the white hat, he's in charge of everybody in the black hat. White hat means it's your group. You're the head coach. Holding. We call that one right.
Oh, they got offensive interference. A double on the Redskins. They'll take the longest one.
He must have shoved Cato.
Did he point the wrong way? We'll see.
Yeah, now he's confused. Did Cato push or not?
It's preseason for the officials also.
Holding. 52 offense. That penalty's declined. Pass interference. 82 offense. That penalty is also declined. Brings up 4th down.
So he was absolutely right on both counts, was referee Ron Winter.
Michael West, I don't know why they didn't take the penalty here. Because you're in field goal range if you... Let's see it. Westbrook 82. Oh, good call, official. What a great job by the official. 4th down, they're going for it.
4th down and almost 9. Another big rush. Johnson throws, and he makes a connection for a 1st down to the 16-yard line. And who else? Irving Fryer comes down with the ball. Needed 8. They got ahead for a gain of 12 yards.
Kind of surprised they didn't take the penalty.
Yeah.
Really, because the 4th down, you're in field goal range. You take that penalty, you push him out of the field goal range. That's why I'm up here working with you.
No, because they were in field goal range, and that would have taken them out. But they, here's a pick by Ty Law, the 2nd interception of the night of the quarterback. They ruled he was down and was touched when he was down. If he was down, both knees were down, and he wasn't touched, he can get up and take off. Which, incidentally, he can do very nicely.
Oh man, it was a quick slant. It was a 1-2 throw, and let's see if Ty was reading the quarterback, because he got in there quicker than the receiver. No, he was not. He was reading the receiver. He was not looking at the quarterback. Nice job. Good cameraman. We got the best cameraman here in the city.
They're doing a terrific job. Has thwarted a Redskin drive. Patriots down by 7 in the 2nd quarter, go to the run. And there's nothing there for Raymond Harris, but Big Daddy Wilkinson. A wide-body defensive tackle, along with Marco Coleman. The defensive front, you're right, Joe. You're talking about it's like a Pro Bowl. It's like a Hall of Fame defensive front.
Marco Coleman, Dan Wilkinson, Dana Stubblefield, Bruce Smith. It's who's who in the NFL front 4. I think you and I could play a little linebacker if those guys are going to be in front of you.
I tell you, Bruce Smith already in the sack tonight. 171 regular season sacks with the Bills.
Wow, what a play. They had a double Bruce Smith that time.
And they get the ball to Terry Glenn. Sean Barber quickly brings him down, but there is a gain on the play to the 16-yard line.
Watch Bruce Smith. He's going to come in. He's going to helicopter, so the guard's got to help the tackle. It's called a helicopter. He's upfield, hits, spins, thinks he's played a few times. He'd be free, but the guard was there to help out. I think he's had a few snaps.
Yeah, the helicopter ran into a wall. They're down. Bledsoe has to throw, and 3rd and almost 6. Here's the throw. Comes in low. Incomplete. Now the Patriots are stopped. They got a blitzer on again.
Well, they ran line stunts, what you call TEs, tackle ends. You're going to have stunts. You're going to have people running stunts. Watch the end come from the outside. That's just a little old.
Marco Coleman.
That's a Marco. That's called a TE. Means tackle first and second. If it was ET, be in first, tackle second. They ran a TE. They got pressure on the quarterback. Tackle end stunt.
And that sends the punter on the field. Lee Johnson will hit it from his 7-yard line. Booms another spiral.
Why did I ever cut that guy?
James
Look at that.
Thrash from his 30. And he dives across to the 41-yard line. So James Thrash runs the punt back 11 yards before Harold Shaw, 44, made the tackle.
How about that punt then?
Yeah, another beauty.
Wow. How old is he? He's got to be.
Well, Lee Johnson's now in his 16th year out of BYU. And he's still one of the best holders in the NFL, which is another valuable attribute.
I taught him that. He's got to give me credit for that. It's the only thing I taught him. 54-yard punt.
Now, while we have a moment, let's go to the sidelines to Mike Lynch. Mike?
Don, in this game tonight, we have the past, present, and future best cornerbacks in the National Football League. And let's take a peek at some of them. Deion Sanders, like glue all over Terry Glenn on this pass attempt here. Ty Law, one of the best presently in the National Football League, and one of the best of all time, of course, Darrell Green, who has 50 career interceptions, and Ty Law with a bingo himself. The cornerbacks have been standing tall and distinguishing themselves, unlike the Patriot offense, which has miles to go.
Before they sleep. They do indeed. The Patriots not moving the ball right now. They can't. While the Redskins have it, they go back to Morrell. And he gets to the 50-yard line, a gain on the play of about 5, almost 6 yards.
You know what I like about that piece from Mike Lynch? We never saw him. He had a nice little thing. We heard his voice, and we saw the nice little cut-ups, and we didn't have to look at Mike Lynch. That was great, Mike.
It was a very good piece. There's another terrific cornerback who hasn't been made his presence felt yet, and that's Champ Bailey.
Oh, and Champ Bailey maybe, wow, I mean, last year drafted out of Georgia. As good a corner prospect as you'll ever find.
And then also a great wide receiver prospect. They're going to probably use him at that before long. Here is a both. Here's a swing pass to Michael Sellers. A backup tight end hoping to make the team. And Michael Sellers has a shining moment. He takes the ball all the way down to the 26-yard line. A gain of 24 yards on the play.
And Bucky Jones has the first back out. When you blitz, people are man-to-man. The free safety has the fullback coming out of the backfield. And that was Bucky Jones on Big Mike Sellers. Should be a mismatch. Bucky should be able to run with him if he's got a cane. He didn't get him down.
He did not get him down. Whack him with that cane. 1st and 10. Patriots defense has toughened deep in their own end here after that early touchdown.
Oh, wow. Bucky.
And also
a little late hit there by Bucky, but your safety's got to do that.
Ty Law in there also. Ron Holmberg was also shooting through. Dante Scarnecchia, assistant head coach and offensive line coach.
I interviewed him when I was at Houston. He came and interviewed with me to be the offensive line coach. Probably one of the biggest mistakes I ever made. I didn't hire him. Tremendous coach, and he wanted to come with us to Texas, but he didn't own any jeans. He didn't have any cowboy boots. I couldn't have him.
But he could coach.
He could coach. One of the best coaches in the league.
A long career of coaching the Patriots under various head coaches. Throw and a catch. Brad Johnson at his best. All his early routes were taken, covered, so he looked back to his third option and gets the ball in for a completion to James Thrash. A gain of 12 yards on the play.
And what I like about Brad Johnson, he never gives up on the design of the play. He'll look right, can't find it. He comes back and knows where everybody is on the other side of the field. And that's what makes him special. You said he was highly paid?
Johnson, yeah, huge.
Is he as big? I heard they're going to pay you that much to be the host of the gala.
That much to stay away. Hand off to Adrian Morrell, and he's down inside the 15, down to the 11. Pressure's on here in D.C. The owner, Daniel Snyder, just 35 years old, an extraordinary success story. He wants to win now.
You know, this isn't hard to figure out. When Sellers is the fullback, they're coming right between the tackles. And when Larry Centers is in there, they're throwing. It's not, but they're still able to do it. Reminds me of the old Dallas Cowboys when Norv was there. You knew what they were going to do, but you still had to stop it.
There's Daniel Snyder. Sold his business for $2 billion.
Did you say billion?
Morrell, they can't get him on the grass. They finally do, but he's ahead for a gain of 11 yards and a first down. First and goal inside the 5.
I think Adrian found a home. I don't think Adrian Morrell can get beat out by Skip Hicks. Watch him bounce inside. Now he goes outside. Oh my gosh, Tabucky ducked his head. Tabucky didn't make the tackle. You got to keep your head up. Tabucky dipped his head and tried to make a whack on him. Watch Tabucky come right there. Tabucky hit air. And Adrian Morrell is gone. Good second effort by Andy Ketchmark.
Morrell getting a lot of carries. This is his 11th carry for a total of 31 yards. But of course he had that swing pass reception that he made his way with 14 yards through the Patriot defense and into the end zone on the opening possession of the Redskins to give them the 7-0 lead, which they have since extended to 10-3. But they're challenging for more now with the ball second and goal at the 5. Now second and goal coming up from the 5, and the Dunkin' Donuts
the Dunkin' Donuts are back.
A new stadium update. We'll find out more about the beautiful new Patriot Stadium to be completed 2003. Hand off to Adrian Morrell. They throw him back.
Good defense there.
And now, with the clock winding down to 1:50 to play, Brad Johnson looks to the sidelines. Sees the play call being sent in. Play fake and a throw to the tight end.
Oh, Don, you're going to make the call.
Yep. Third and goal. Tight ends here don't get the ball a lot.
I used to tell my tight ends, get your family there for pregame warm-up.
That's all they're going to
I said, tell them you're going to get 3 catches of pregame warm-up and then go sign one of the balls and take it to your family. And that's it for the day.
You're here to block, son.
That's it.
Now the Redskins let the clock wind down to 1:14 to go.
That was smart.
Yeah. They want to give the Patriots a lot of time if they convert. Third down conversion so far in this game. The Patriots 0 for 5, and the Redskins 5 of 7.
Now, will the Patriots blitz in this situation? Third and goal. Last play of the first half. Will they blitz him or will they try to cover?
Watch the play fake and the throw to the tight end.
Blitz. Oh, he came too quick. He jumped back. Here they
go. Alexander to the near side. Here's the throw, and they go to Centers, and he can't get the ball.
Well, that told you the philosophy of the Patriot defense. It was 3rd and 4 yards. This was it, and they decided don't try to cover him, try to get the quarterback. And they fired 2 people up the same hole. There's Tabucky coming up the same hole as the linebacker, and he's free and clean and forces a bad pass. You like that? You told me to say, Don, that was good football that you thought of, Don. Don wanted him to do that.
Here is a 22-yard field goal attempt. Elizola picks it up and through. And so in a workmanlike way, with offense and defense, the Redskins have built their lead now to 13-3 with 1 minute and 7 seconds to play in the first half. Patriots with 67 seconds to try to get something done.
Well, they have to be totally disappointed because they were emphasizing third down on offense for the Patriots. And again, 3 weeks in a row, they can't convert on third down. You can't convert on third down, you cannot give your defense a rest.
What do you think of the Redskins so far, Jerry? How good a team are they?
Well, what they are offensively, there's very few teams in pro football that attack you offensively with a defensive temperament. And they're attacking them physically. I always like to play coaches that were trying to trick you, trying to come up with some good offensive scheme. You don't like to play people that are knocking you around. And the offense, really, for the Redskins, knocks you around. And they're the toughest people to line up and play.
Yeah, they're big, and they are knocking the Patriots around. Kevin Falk, you remember his last kickoff return for 42 yards. He's going to bust another one. Runs into his own guy, but he's not done. Kevin Falk across the 35. There he goes. Kevin Falk is all the way out to the 44-yard line. So all of a sudden, this young guy from LSU, who was drafted in the second round last year, is starting to show tremendous promise. 2 terrific kickoff returns in a row now.
I think this is because they're in the hotel all day today. Must have slept the whole day. He's quicker. Remember, we said he's quicker than everybody else on the field tonight.
He's got that helicopter move.
Yep, making a good spin.
43-yard return.
Feed him the ball.
First and 10 Patriots. Bledsoe against the big rush. Stands in the pocket. Makes the throw. On the run. Heading for the near sideline is Terry Glenn.
Did not get out of bounds. I think they kept the clock moving.
Glenn in the lineup for 16 games. There's a Redskin down back in the backfield. That's Big Daddy Wilkinson.
Oh, boy. You can't get him hurt.
320 pounds of defensive tackle.
And he can run.
Right now, he's got to be attended to. I don't know what...
Well, we hope he's all right, but he's in pain.
He led the Redskins with 8 sacks last year, Big Daddy, out of Ohio State, where Terry Glenn played. Terry Glenn came out of that class of '96, where there was a lot of terrific receivers. Keyshawn Johnson, Eric Moulds of the Bills, Harrison of the Colts. And right now, they look like they're looking at the left leg of Big Daddy.
That's Big Daddy 95. I sure hope it's not a knee.
Who his own guy, yeah.
His own man just hit him right on the knee, and he's grabbing his left knee, and I hate that. His own man slid into him. Wow.
Drew Bledsoe's dodged some bullets here tonight. A couple of guys have really been hunting him. So Big Daddy Wilkinson is still down, and that stops the clock now. As Bledsoe goes to the sideline looking for some offensive counsel. The doctor out there testing the leg.
And this is why in preseason, you know, how important is it to still have Big Daddy in there? That's what you got to decide as a coaching staff. I'm getting a signal over there. Look who's over there. There's a great New England Patriot running back, Craig James.
Yeah, Craig is over there with Randy Cross, your cohorts on NFL Today. Bledsoe, 4 of 11 for 52 yards passing so far in the game, the 1 interception. Patriots have picked off Brad Johnson twice in this game, and now let's see if Big Daddy can put any weight on it. These are anxious moments for the Redskins.
Well, we hope he's all right. That can change your football team in a hurry. At least he's walking on it.
He's not at his best, but he is walking on it.
When I blew mine in Cleveland, of all places, I knew I couldn't walk on it. So if you get it all, nobody has to tell you. No doctor has to tell you. You know. It doesn't look like he wants to walk on it. He's bigger than both those trainers. He's making more money than both of those trainers.
Yeah, he's Big Daddy. As mentioned, the #1 pick in the entire draft when he came out of Ohio State 7 years ago. 6'5", they list him at 313. I think he passed 313 a long time ago, heading north.
And that was always your biggest fear when I was coaching a preseason game. You know, what's the limit? When you've seen enough, get the good guys out of there.
The Patriots now come to the line of scrimmage with 39 seconds to play in the first half. 13-3 Redskins. Second down and 5. Bledsoe stands up, fires. And there is the aforementioned Champ Bailey going up and coming down with the ball.
But I think the defensive line for the Redskins was offsides. But you talk about corners. Champ Bailey, you got Deion Sanders, you got Darrell Green, you got Ty Law, you got Antonio Langham, and you got Kato Sawanga. That's a carload of good corners. Watch the line jump. I saw him from up here. Dana Stubblefield left.
Defense, number 90.
Number 90.
A 5-yard penalty.
Lang. Kennard Lang.
Repeat second down.
So renewed life for the Patriots as on the call against the Redskin defense. The Patriots had the ball. Second down and 5 on the 48. Bledsoe with that big arm looking deep. Ball skips off the hands of Terry Glenn. He goes up high on Darrell Green. Green went with him stride for stride. Two tremendous players.
And Green playing way off, playing nothing but the deep ball, so he is in good field position. And Glenn still had a shot at it. He had a shot at it. I was surprised today at Glenn. He's built like a weightlifter. He's pumped up. He's not your normal pencil neck wide receiver. He's got some muscle on him.
See, Big Daddy Wilkinson, Dan Wilkinson, being taken to the locker room. It's almost halftime anyway. The Patriots on 3rd and short go to the run to Raymond Harris, and with 18 seconds left, Patriots are going to use a timeout. They had 3.
That was Derek Smith.
They're not going to use them.
Derek Smith making the big tackle on the short yardage. Again, that outside linebacker.
Now they finally take one with 7 seconds left. How did you take a couple of shots at it?
Well, they're going to get one shot here. 4th down, you might as well throw the old Hail Mary.
The continuing problem of 3rd down conversions for the Patriots, and evidence here again tonight is they're 0 for 6 on 3rd down conversions.
It's hard. Not only your offense isn't playing good, when you're 0 for 6 on 3rd down, you wear out your own defense. And what you have to do to overcome that, you got to get yourself in some 3rd and shorts where you can bunch up and run some conversions. If you can't throw for it, you got to bunch up and run for some 1st downs. Right now, every 3rd down is a spread formation or a shotgun, or there's no threat there of pounding you.
Bledsoe, as you know, Jerry, playing under his 4th offensive coordinator in 5 years. Ray Perkins, Larry Cannon, Ernie Zampese for 2 years, and now Charlie Weiss. Let's see what Charlie has called on 4th down. Throw over the middle. On the run is Troy Brown. Hit down hard from behind at the 30-yard line. Patriots tried to call a timeout before the...
They didn't get it.
Apparently they did not. They waited to call the other one. And so not great clock management. Let's see who the referee's now checking.
Timeout was called with 2 seconds on the clock.
Oh, they're going to give
2 seconds.
Now they're in
New
field
England,
goal.
they're second.
18-yard gain on that play.
Good job of running with the football, a good job of knowing to jump up and call timeout. The clock up here went to all zeros, but the official made him put 2 more seconds in. Look at that guy run. Man.
Adam Vinatieri.
And Adam Vinatieri's last field goal, I didn't say it at the time, but the ball exploded off his foot. I mean, it exploded. And that tells you your kicker's got a live leg. You don't want to wear your kicker out in training camp. And his last field goal was not a normal kick. The ball just jumped right off his foot.
Last game against Detroit, he kicked a 28-yarder to win the game. Also had a 50-yarder earlier in the game, and this one, the hold is going to be at the 50, at the 40. It'll be a 50-yard attempt. It is on the way. It is a nice little draw on the ball, and he puts it through the upside. Uprights, and that is a field goal good for the Patriots, and Adam Vinatieri is on the final play of the half. The Patriots cut the Redskins lead to 7, 13-6. So Adam Vinatieri's already high stock is rising even more. Guy with 469 career points in his 4-year career. A free agent from South Dakota State who's been a most important Patriot.
Season games have been played on the road, John, and fans haven't had a chance to pull into the parking lot and see what's going on. So you're the voice of the construction right now. Tell us what's been happening.
Well, we got about 200 guys down at the stadium who've built a 17-acre big hole. We've gone all under the surface. We're starting to pour foundation. You'll see it actually here. Right there in the middle of the screen, you're starting to see the retaining walls. You see the big pile of dirt. You can see how much work has been done. The foundation's being poured. 200 guys are there every day, and we're really excited. We're ahead of schedule, and every time we go back there, we keep thinking about 2002. The guys we got working on the site have done a great job, and the more we see what's going on, the more excited we get.
Now, season ticket holders have some questions, I'm sure, about what they can expect in the mail. Where will their seats be as compared to where they are now? What do you have for them?
Well, the guys who are season ticket holders have nothing to worry about. If you're a season ticket holder in the old stadium, you're going to be a season ticket holder in new Foxborough Stadium. Our ticket office will be sending information, telling everybody what to do. Nobody needs to worry. You'll get the exact number of seats in the new stadium that you have in the old one.
I asked you this question off the air. Did you borrow ideas from any of the other new stadiums around the NFL, or is this a completely original concept?
This stadium is totally new, and actually, if you're not a season ticket holder, the only way you're going to get into it is the club. And actually, we'll see it in a second. One of the things that's really exciting is this bridge and lighthouse. Fans are going to be able to stand on this bridge, watch the game from there. It represents New England, and as we fly through here, on the right-hand side, you saw those seats in the red. If you're not a season ticket holder, it's going to be the only way to get into the stadium. You'll see them coming around here, and this is our club seat. All between the 20-yard lines, bigger seats, more comfortable, and you can call to order those at 617-434-PATS. Here underneath, you can see that we've opened up all the concourses so that when fans are going to the bathrooms, buying concessions, they can actually look out onto the field. And in the end zones, we've left big open plazas for people to stand and watch. And down here at the bottom of the screen, we've actually put a green area, trees and grass, where before the game, fans can picnic with their families, go there to rest afterwards. It's going to be a very, very special place.
Now, this stadium here holds a little bit more than 80,000. You're going to have 68. Why wouldn't you go with 75, 80,000?
It was really important to us to make sure that the fan experience in the new stadium was really intimate like it is in Foxborough with the creature comforts. And we felt that once you go above 68,000 seats, you have to pull people off the sidelines into the end zone, and you have to move them too far from the action. We have a 35,000 person waiting list. We could have sold the seats, but we wanted to keep the stadium intimate for the fans, the people that have supported us in what has been not a stellar facility.
Well, those of us that have been around here our whole lives and went to games at Fenway and BU and Harvard Stadium and BC, we can't wait.
And neither can we. We used to sit in 217, and my dad went to all those facilities too. We're really jacked about the new place.
All right, Jonathan, thank you very much for the update on the stadium. 2002 is when you'll be able to sit in one of those seats and watch the Patriots. We'll be back with more of our halftime report, including a chat with Bill Belichick in just a moment.
Don Criqui with Jerry Glanville. Mike Lynch also with us at the halftime. The Patriots still without much offense. Their defense had some good moments, but it was cracked early. So far, it's been a Redskin game, though. They look as good as they're supposed to look.
Well, I think they're physical. I think you're physical on offense. They knock you around a little bit, and defensively, they got that all-pro defensive line. We hope that Dan Wilkinson's injury isn't permanent, but you know, they got good players. They got 3 corners that can all play.
Well, here's one of the good players making a good play. This is Adrian Morrell with that 14-yard swing pass. Screen blockers in front of him. He took it in for the first touchdown of the game. The only touchdown of the game so far. And now a pickoff by linebacker Ron Holmberg. And here is Glenn going for it, but who gets it? The 17-year veteran.
None other than cutting underneath the wide that we talked about. That was Darrell Green, and we said the play before he's setting it up for an interception. and he baited the quarterback and made the play.
Now here they're looking for kick returns out of the Patriots, and they certainly get a good one here as Kevin Falk breaks this one for 42 yards. He had another unofficially for 43 yards. But Drew Bledsoe has had a lot of difficulty. Here he gets one good play off as Troy Brown tries to beat the defense. And he's finally taken down by Deion Sanders. And there's an interception by Ty Law.
Boy, we got some corners in this game, don't we?
Here's another kickoff return by Kevin Falk, who's really getting it done. He runs into about 8 different people, puts on his helicopter move, as Coach Wanville calls it, and away he goes for 43 yards. So there were some good moments, but not enough of them.
Well, I think the big problem, as everybody knows, is third down conversion for the Patriots. The only time they looked like a good offensive team was against the 49ers. And right now, nobody thinks the 49ers are very good, so they got to do something to get their offense going.
You're about ready for your first moon rock from Dunkin' Donuts, huh?
Well, I think the offense needs a moon rock from Dunkin' Donuts. That's what's got it. Dunkin' Donuts, you go down there this week, you buy a dozen donuts, you tell them I sent you, and you get a free moon rock and a Diet Pepsi.
Patriots fans don't want to miss a moment of their team's action. That's why they subscribe to Patriots Football Weekly.
Perform in the first half. Will they play longer than you had planned originally?
Well, we're going to continue to play our whole first group into the third quarter, try to get a little bit better rhythm going than we did in the first half. But, you know, we never really could get into a real good rhythm.
Biggest problem with the offense was?
Well,
rhythm?
we had some penalties. We had, you know, drop passes, put ourselves in the hole in the kickoff return. And, you know, we just didn't execute very well on third down.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Okay, Mike, thank you.
Patriots coach Bill Belichick all set for the kickoff. Let's go back upstairs.
And the second half kickoff is brought to you by Molson. There are friends, and then there are Molson friends.
Talk about Molson friends. I got 2 of them right here. I got the all-time running back for the New England Patriots, Craig James, and I got the best center that ever played for the San Francisco 49ers. Here you are, guys. Make a hero out of my play-by-play.
There we got, well, Randy was a guard, as I remember.
Mostly a guard, a little bit of, I made one commercial, though. One Miller Lite commercial, and for the rest of my life, I'm a center.
And, of course, Craig, you had 5 years, a former #1 draft choice of the Patriots. A lot of memories of that.
Long time ago. I tell you how long it's been since I played. Mike Lynch is losing all his hair now.
Yeah, it happens. Happens in the best of families. But anyways, you guys are here now checking out, getting ready to go to work with Jerry in the NFL today, and checking out the league. Who looks good to you? Who have you seen that looks good?
Well, everybody right now is talking about Tampa Bay, Washington, the Rams, and the NFC. I'd have to say, because of the quarterback position, those guys deserve to have the mention that they do. Tampa Bay because of their defense.
I personally kind of lean towards what Indianapolis and Polian and Moore and them have got going in Indy. But until further notice, I think you got to say St. Louis and Tennessee.
Yeah.
They've got the best teams going right now because nobody's proven that anything different from the end of the year last year.
Well, I'll tell you, I think the most underrated team that I've seen is the Philadelphia Eagles. They'll whack Dallas on the opening day. They'll beat the Redskins twice.
The only problem with that, though, is Donovan McNabb's going to be up and down throughout the season. All young quarterbacks have their good days, and they have their bad as well. Unless Jerry Glanville's coaching them, then they're always good.
Then they have all bad days. All right, let's take a look now as we look at the Vitz Network halftime stats. You see a preponderance of yards for the Redskins, 175 yards in the passing game, 230 overall. And the third down conversions, the story that Bill Belichick was looking for much happier numbers than that for his Patriots, just 1 of 7, while the Redskins are 5 of 8 converting third downs. Todd Husak is now in the game, a first-year quarterback. So apparently his head coach has seen enough of his first unit. He's going with some backup guys.
Well, they had the rhythm. One thing about the Redskins, the offense had the rhythm, so you can pull them out of there. And like Coach Belichick said, he's not too happy. And Randy, I can remember when I would coach against your 49 teams. If you got in the rhythm, it was hard to stop. And I think the Redskins look like one of your clubs.
Absolutely. And one of the things that gives them the rhythm, and I'll use one of the big words, like Don did, they got the preponderance for Washington. North Turner's got some big old studs up front.
Yeah, he does. Jerry was talking about how physical they are, Randy. We were just out the Hall of Fame where some of your great 49ers went in. Joe Montana, you played with for so many years. Ronnie Lott. And then a former 49er, Dave Wilcox, went in. If we look at this replay, a 20-yard run by Skip Hicks.
And we were talking about Skip Hicks may have lost his job because the way Adrian Morrell was running, but it may be the offensive line, Randy, something you know a little bit about.
Well, Russ Grimm's their offensive line coach, one of the great Hog players, and as a coach, he's tickled to death. I talked to him before the game. He's got some real talented young guys.
Well, that goes a talented rookie making that play. Reggie Grimes, a 290-pound defensive lineman from Alabama, makes the stop in the backfield.
And you got to take a look at this. This is Brad Johnson's stats. He's out for the rest of the game. But 11 out of 22, 1 touchdown. But he did have 2 interceptions.
8-yard loss on that sack by Grimes. So let's see if the Patriots defenders can slam the door here on the Redskins in this opening possession of the third quarter. Skip Hicks runs, not for very much. On second down and 18, he got a couple of yards. Chad Eaton knocked him down. Eaton having a good game at nose tackle for the Patriots. Randy, you played primarily in the NFC. Seems like your whole career in the NFC. Is there much of a difference, do you guys think, between NFC and AFC football?
Well, there used to be at times, you know, the AFC back, 10, 15 years ago when Craig and I were playing, it was really kind of the stylish passing game type conference, and the NFC was the power of football. And we've seen the last couple of years it's almost flipped the other way back again, where AFC is more of the power teams and the NFC's got more of the cute football.
Here's a little cute football, little swing pass, and look at they break away from Adrian Morrell does from the first hit. But the Patriot defense knocks him down well short of a first down.
You know, Patriot fans need to realize that the Patriots are going against a very good football team right now that makes you play well. And, you know, to step it up in a preseason game and go against the level that they are right now, I think is what's going to help the Patriots out. Katzenmoyer's got to get to his legs. Morrell's too good for him to hit him up high like that. Get down, wrap him up, and that's part of the learning process.
It's wonderful to see a magician at work, you know. He knows how to appeal to that local market. I like that.
What I liked when he was playing for the Patriots on third down, they just gave it to him. They didn't even try to throw. Give it to Craig James.
Troy Brown comes up on the punt by Tommy Barnhart, and Fair catches the ball at about the 25-yard line. And now the Patriots will go on offense after a 31-yard punt and no return.
We got to let my 2 guys go now because we're not paying them any money. They said they can't work any longer. Thanks for helping us in the booth, guys.
That and the buffet just opened again.
Give them a donut. Patriots, after blanking their first opponent, the 49ers, allowing just 10 points to their second opponent, the Lions, trail in this game 13-6.
Here's 4 wides and a shotgun on 1st and 10.
With the draw they go, and Kevin Falk runs the ball and gets it across the 25 and ahead for maybe a yard or 2. That's about all.
And they're going down, talking about the Patriots. They are working against the second defensive line. A lot of substitutes for the Redskins right now.
No huddle. Bledsoe wanted to work 2-minute offense. Here's the throw and a catch as the defense is playing well off Tony Simmons, who they're looking to make plays. Tony Simmons, a #2 draft choice out of Wisconsin 3 years ago. Caught 23 passes his rookie year, just 19 last year. They expect more. Very fast, big and strong, but as yet has not had the breakout season. Brisby is wide left at the lower portion of your screen. Bledsoe looks his way, throws over the middle, and taking the ball beautifully and getting below the hitters coming up from the deep secondary is Terry Glenn.
Still no huddle. They're going no huddle in a shotgun. They're running this like it was 2 minutes left in the half. I don't know if they're doing this for the quarterback or if they're just trying to get something going offensively.
Probably a little of each here because Bledsoe did want to work 2 minutes. There's a throw and a catch. Penalty markers thrown in. It looks like it's against the defense as Troy Brown swings underneath and is tackled by Tim Denton. So this is not the first unit of defenders in for the Redskins.
Not at all.
The Patriots moving the ball pretty much at will right now. The Redskins open here at FedEx Stadium on September 3rd against Carolina, which suffered a tough loss last night. One of their best receivers was knocked out for the season.
Holding. 25 defense. Penalties decline. Play results in a first down.
And we're getting a report now that Dan Wilkinson has a sprained left knee.
Well, I hope that's all it is. I hope he can rest it a week or 2 and and be back to playing.
Handoff. Kevin Falk runs into a tackler, loses him, and then is taken down as he gets to the 32-yard line by David Terrell.
Again, the whole thing is no huddle. It's 4 wide receivers, 1 back in a shotgun. But because of the clock, they're able to run some draws.
Back into the shotgun, 1 back, and he swings out. Kevin Falk throwing a catch. That's Terry Glenn on the run. Glenn down inside the 15-yard line and down close to the 11. Terry Glenn in his 5th year.
And Drew Bledsoe making every play with a hand signal here. There's no huddle. He held his hands up with hand signals to the wide receivers, so everybody's on the same page.
Glenn a difference maker. Patriots are 30 and 18 when he's in the lineup, and there is the throw and the catch to Tony Simmons for the touchdown. And the Patriots move methodically through the backup unit of the Redskins defense, carve him up, put the TD up on the throw to Tony Simmons, and now Vinatieri to kick the extra point to tie the game. You mentioned Terry Glenn, Jerry, with the Patriots are 30 and 18 when he's in the lineup. They're 8 and 8 without him, so he's a difference maker. But he's yet to play a full NFL season.
Well, that was quickly. Went right through that.
The extra point by Vinatieri is up and good. The throw.
Inside slant against zone. The corner sitting way out. No chance at all from Denton in the corner.
Now Marcus Stiggers and LaFan Williams, who was beaten on that touchdown reception, are back to return the kickoff. The drive was 7 plays, 75 yards in less than 2.5 minutes.
And they ran the 4 wide receivers, stayed in the shotgun except for 1 play. 1 play, Drew Bledsoe read the coverage, was outside on the slot, moved up under the ball, and took the snap and threw the quick slant. Other than that, everything was shotgun with draws and throwing the football.
Ball is kicked off.
Nice kick.
Hit well downfield, and Marcus Stiggers, in his wisdom, on the great kickoff by Lee Johnson, elects not to bring it back.
And how old did you say Lee Johnson was? Kick a ball like that?
Oh, you don't. He's
16th year.
Tell you exactly how old he is. 38.
Now, when I'm 38, I hope I can kick like that.
U.S. Airways, of other games, the Falcons up on the Bengals. Bengals got their running back this week. Here is the Giants leading Jacksonville in the 3rd quarter. And the U.S. Airways scoreboard continues. We'll be updating them all later, as right now dropping to throw is Todd Husak, the rookie from Stanford, and he's almost picked off. Larry Wiggum, 25, came up on the ball. They said he got it on the 1 hop. He was throwing at Darius Thompson.
Larry Wiggum really one of the special team stars, but always plays well in the nickel. He's out to this side playing cover 2, playing deep zone. He drives the route, and he did 1 hop catch it. But he always plays well. Does a great job of blocking punts.
And off they go to Skip Hicks, the running back out of UCLA. Hicks at 6 feet 230 in his 3rd year. At one point, there was thought he would project to be, when he was coming out of UCLA, the #1 running back picked in the draft, but he tailed off somewhat, went in the 3rd round.
And he replaced Terry Allen. When Terry Allen got hurt, Skip Hicks came in and played pretty good. But they had Davis playing fullback, and when they moved Davis to halfback, they found something special.
Now, it's interesting, Jerry, you talk to these different teams, they all talk about the Rams' success, giving hope to every team in the league. Rams really coming out of pretty much nowhere last year. They were a losing team 2 years ago. And then they come back next year, rise up and win the Super Bowl, so it can happen fast. Darius Thompson comes off the flank, and Thompson makes the catch. He's cut by Chris Carter.
Inside slant. 3-step throw. Got after him pretty good.
8-yard gain on the play and a first down.
Again, I think we got just about all backups playing in the defense for the Patriots now also, don't we?
We do
indeed. Starters in there at all.
Sorry, we're from Amsterdam. We didn't know light beer was supposed to suck. Amstel Light, the beer drinkers' light beer.
Sweetie! Come with me. Prove their performance on kick returns. And Bill Belichick has to be pleased with that, especially with number 33, Kevin Falk. I got to tell you something unusual about Falk. In all 3 of these road trips, he has had a football under his arm, not only while he's on the field, but also while he walks through the hotel lobby. When he goes to lunch, he walked into 2 coffee shops and walked into 2 gift shops looking for some gum and had a football under his arm the whole time. Bill Belichick wants him holding on to it, making sure he doesn't fumble it, and so far tonight he's gotten the job done.
Well, it's working, huh?
Well, unlike you, when you walk around, you forget your wallet. You fumbled your wallet. I can't get you to buy lunch.
And Hicks again takes it straight ahead and gets for a gain of about 5 yards. Straight at the Patriot defense.
And Wiggum's right in there.
Redskins coming very close last year, within a point of getting to the Super Bowl. Lost to Tampa Bay. Getting to the NFC Championship game, they just missed out. They did win their division, and there are greater expectations placed on them this year. Had a young owner, and when their first team was in, they looked real good in the first half. John Munch comes up and makes the stop on Skip Hicks. As the game clock winds down to 6:35 to play, looking at the AFC East, Jets are hard to figure, Jerry, how good they're going to be under their new coach, Al Groh. One thing they're going to be missing is the Belichick defense.
I think they're a team that you look at their individuals, they play better as a team, and when you break them down, just look at the individuals. They have a knack of playing better than what they really are.
Here's a throw, looking at James Thrash on a timing pattern. Husak puts air under it. Thrash can't get to it, though. Everybody knows the Colts will be good. 13-3 last year, but I'll tell you who's real good. Nobody seems to know it yet, the Bills. 15 players are gone from an 11-5 team last year.
That's a lot of players.
And their coaching staff really feels they're a better team.
And we've been talking about corners. That last play was Cato's play. Good corner play by Cato Sawanga.
Cato playing off. Husak goes to Skip Hicks. They want to see what Skip has tonight. Giving him call after call, straight ahead inside the 40-yard line down to the 38.
And that's what Skip did when he came in a couple of years ago. Just flat ran over people. Straight ahead lead. Not difficult play to figure out.
Most he's rushed for in a season, Skip Hicks, for the Redskins, is 433. That was in 98. On third and about 4, long 3. Skip Hicks gets the call again, and he's ahead inside the 35-yard line. He moves the chains. First down, Redskins. Greg Spires playing for the first time in the preseason. 94.
Here's Skip. Starts this way and cuts it all the way back when he sees the hole. See it, Don? He'll go one way and come back the other.
Yep.
He sees it all. They got 3 good backs. You got Davis, you got Hicks, you got Adrian Morrell. If you're a team without a back, I think you come talk to him.
Hicks was a first-team All-American as a senior at UCLA. He runs again. And sometimes they're looking to see guys get work. Sometimes they're showcasing players.
I heard that showcasing, though. Now, all that showcasing, I can't remember anybody ever biting when I was showcasing anybody.
Really?
No. And you hear that all the time when we showcase. I never got a phone call on a showcase.
Well, it happened last week for the St. Louis Rams. They were giving a look to a guy named Dane Looker, who's been playing well in practice, caught 3 against Green Bay, and Following Monday, he was traded to New England for an unspecified future draft choice. We haven't seen him yet. Here's the home run ball to the end zone. Trash can't get to it, and good coverage by Kato Sawanga, who is closer to the ball than the receiver.
Perhaps I overthrew the receiver, and Sawanga had a chance to run it down. I thought he released this a little too quick. Had a poor fake. Doesn't look like the first team at all. The backs weren't in close to simulate the run.
Hicks has run 10 times now, Jerry, for 68 yards.
Wow. Shotgun.
On 3rd and 8. They go inside and hand the ball to Adrian Morrell, who's back in the game, and he runs the ball to about the 26-yard line, close to the 25. Brings up 4th down and about 4 and sets up a field goal try for the Redskins. Here comes the field goal unit. Peter Elizovic comes in.
That draw on the 3rd down was strictly to make a shorter field goal and put the ball over on the kicker's left hash.
Elizovic, a first-year kicker from Michigan, but he's 29 years old.
His freshman year was tough down. It lasted 5 years. Oh, a high snap.
He spins it up. Does he have enough? He does. Didn't really boom it, but he had the accuracy through the uprights, and 3 more points for the Redskins, who build their lead.
Good job by the holder. That thing almost went over the holder's head, and he got it down.
Build their lead again to just 3 points, 16-13.
He's first year out of college, and he's 29.
That's what it says.
He had a major in freshman English. Nice job by the holder putting that ball down.
And the Redskins take the lead. Redskins are ready to kick off. That's Clay Rush ready to kick it off as they've taken back the lead 16-13 on the field goal by Elizovic. Antoine Harris and Tony Gator are back now to return the kickoff for New England. High kick.
Not a good one there.
No, that won't get you on the team. Here comes Tony Gator. And Gator is out across the 30, close to the 32-yard line, taken down by Mike Sellers of the Redskins. Earlier in the game, we reviewed the Gillette keys to the game, and we'll see how they held up, Jerry Glanville.
Well, the first thing, they want to have better kickoff returns, and they did that. They did blow one, though, and got caught down inside the 10-yard line. 3rd down efficiency has not been very good at all on offense. But I think they've come back from being behind and come back and tied it up. They're behind again, but that's reacting. But the crowd's not really hostile yet. It's still preseason, and the crowd knows it. They're back in the shotgun on 1st and 10.
A sack. Nduke Kalu of the Redskins hacks Drew Bledsoe. Gallo is strictly a 3rd down player, a pass rusher, and apparently a good one as he gets the sack for a 4-yard loss.
Well, they know by the formation they don't have to defend a run. So they're making it tough on the offensive line because every move for the defensive line is an all-out pass rush.
The throw goes to Tony Simmons, who caught the Patriots touchdown catch on their last possession.
Good throw there by Drew.
It was. He's beaten LaFan Williams again, the guy he beat on the touchdown catch. This time the ball is advanced up to close to the 40-yard line. Spotted to the 38. 3rd and 3. In no huddle from the shotgun. Bledsoe swings it out. Nicely caught by Kevin Falk. And he gets ahead for a 1st down for New England.
I don't know if they're doing this because of the way they're playing out of their other formations or if they're really working the quarterback here, but the no-huddle spread formation has worked effectively against the number 2 defense for the Redskins.
Bledsoe looks, throws near side. Looks like the ball is caught. It was tipped and knocked away. Brisby came down with it. Did he catch it? He did. They're giving him the catch. Well done by Vincent Brisby. Jerry, there it is. Hello.
I was watching down on the field because of the no-huddle. I missed what you had on the monitor.
Here's a long ball downfield. Brisby's out there. Beautifully done by Vincent Brisby to time it up, get it before he stepped out of bounds. But they get the big hit downfield.
You see now, here's the one-on-one. 46-yard. Nice catch. Nice reaction to the throw.
46-yard gain. So Bledsoe again hits this backup defensive unit of the Redskins for a big hit.
And they haven't had a huddle the whole second half.
No, they haven't had.
He read blitz, so now he's calling an audible. He's going to go up under the center. No, he did not. But he's read an audible. The blitz, safety blitz is on.
Throw, interception, a tip ball, and the Redskins pick it off. Matt Stevens runs it back. So Bledsoe puts it up in the middle of the field. It's tipped, and Matt Stevens comes down with it and returns it.
Well, Drew knew the blitz was coming because he called the audible. But I think the blitzer still came through up inside. You got to squeeze that. You got to protect the A gap, which is the guard tackle gap. They did not protect the gap, and the ball had to come out too soon.
And intercepted. So the Redskins continue to work Skip Hicks here in the waning stages of the third quarter. 1:25 left to play in it. See Bledsoe's numbers now picked twice tonight. Most of those yards against the backup unit of the Redskins here in the third quarter.
With the Redskins ahead, what they've done in the past is they've really pounded that football. If they get the lead on you, that's what made their team last year.
Ducek throws hard, makes a connection. Coming down with the ball is Darius Thompson, and he's ahead for a first down.
Well, there wasn't much room in there. Excellent throw. Good catch. Had pretty good coverage. And I think the corner was shocked. Harris was in on the coverage. I think he was shocked that there was a throw and a catch. He had such good tight coverage.
Move the ball out to the 36-yard line. Goes back to Skip Hicks, and he's ahead across the 40-yard line, close to the 41. Number 50, John Munch, brings him down as Kato Sawanga in conversation with the guy he's covering.
This is the lead play. A lead means nothing fancy. The fullback comes first and the tailback right in behind him. They're not trying to fool anybody. It's Tony Carter going in first, and they're just knocking him around, and that's what the Redskins did last year.
Big physical team. The moon never beams without bringing me dreams. Ooh, of the beautiful Annabelle Lee. Moon over Washington. Back to FedEx Stadium. Redskins leading the Patriots 16-13 as we start the fourth quarter. Washington with the ball at the 39-yard line of the Skins. Redskins working now at their third quarterback, Todd Husak, a rookie from Stanford. He gives off to Skip Hicks, who has been pretty much the Redskin offense here in the second half as you look at the overall numbers brought to you by McDonald's.
Well, I think Skip, what he did is he watched Adrian Morales and figured he better go get some yardage. Rushing yardage, you know, they've got the lead and everything except this passing yardage has come with that shotgun with no huddle in the second half. That sort of gave them a little more offense than what they were generating that first half.
Skins, Jerry, the big advantage in first downs. They have 19 to just 9 for the Patriots. Roll by Husak. He gets the ball to Darius Thompson, a second-year player from Baylor. Big, strong receiver. 6'2", 215 pounds. Antoine Harris gets him out of bounds. Hicks has rushed for 78 yards with 13 carries
Not bad.
in the second half.
I think he did what I did. He looked out there and he saw Adrian Morales and said, I better get it going or I'm going to be on the bus. He's got it going pretty good. 6-yard average.
August 22nd, the first cutdown date. The Patriots working with 80 players right now. They have to be down to 65 on the 22nd. You're active with 45 on opening day. Then, of course, you have the practice squad. As we look at a U.S. Airways update, Cincinnati is now ready to go ahead of Atlanta 16-10 in the fourth quarter. Giants continue to lead the Jacksonville Jaguars 10-6. Husak stands in, lets it go deep. Oh, Off the hands of the defender, Chris Carter.
Bad ball.
It was really bad.
Really bad. Could have been picked off. Carter should have had that one.
46.
Let this one get away. High ball. Overthrows everybody, including Carter.
So the clock is stopped with 13:23 left to play, and on this hot, humid night outside Washington, some of the players starting to cramp up. Michael Sellers, one of the tight ends, with a leg cramp. Attendance over 67,000. The Redskins on offense with Todd Husak at quarterback. Don Crickey with Jerry Glanville and Mike Lynch here at Washington. Husak was the All Pac-10 quarterback last season at Stanford, and he was the first Stanford quarterback to earn that honor since John Elway in '82. They've had a lot of good quarterbacks at Stanford.
He's been kind of impressive here.
Yeah, he has a 6th-round draft choice. His dad is the athletic director at Loyola Marymount. California.
Now you got, where's Loyola Marymount?
Los Angeles.
How'd you know that?
Well, they used to have a good basketball team.
Part of the snap.
You caught me on that
Ball
one.
start. 61. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
But he didn't go to school where his dad was the athletic director.
No. I don't think they have a football team.
Maybe
we know they have one at Stanford.
Maybe his dad didn't recruit him.
Maybe not. He didn't want that kid around.
No.
He had enough of him for 18 years.
But his mama loved him.
Well, I mean, you're starting to like him more, and I'm sure his coaches are.
Yeah, really. He made that one real high throw, but...
Under control guy, but he's got a big down now. 3rd down and 12 coming up for Husak and the Redskins offense. On the run, he dumps it off. And taking the ball is Chad Dukes, a first-year fullback from Pittsburgh, number 32.
And hit by John Munch. Munch he had a pretty good game last week. He let that one, he busted a cover 2, but he makes plays.
Munch is a Division III player from Illinois Wesleyan.
Watch him right here, number 50, run him down. I like the way he plays.
No good player goes undiscovered, do they nowadays?
No. Doesn't matter what school you're at. If you can play, they'll find you.
Williams College, Division III standout school, has 2 players on the Arizona Cardinals.
Look at that punt.
Rodney Williams comes up under it. Loses it. Redskins have it. And Rodney Williams buries his head in his hands, knowing that his chances just plummeted with that fumble. Or Tony Gator, excuse me, was down to get it. It was Gator who fumbled it.
And he signals fair catch. Fair catch, you got to bring it in. No one's allowed to hit you. Bounced right off the hands. He never took his eyes off the football.
So Gator, normally sure-handed. Fair catch signals.
And look, he watched it come right in.
So now, not only do they turn the ball over, the Patriots, on the fumble by Tony Gator, they give the Redskins very strong field position. 1st and 10 at the New England 17. Skip Hicks. Hicks left, Hicks right, Hicks up the middle. He's been the offense, and he's down close to the goal line before Larry Wiggum knocks him out of bounds.
It started a power play off tackle where they're pulling the offside guard, and Hicks didn't like it and bounced it outside, and he looks like a good back. They got 3. This guard will pull with him. He'll start into there. He doesn't like it, and he bounces. Nice running. Follow the guard. Don't want to. Going outside. Good job. He's following Michael Moore, and Michael Moore didn't like the play. Oh, people here think he scored.
It's close.
Call for a replay. Haven't seen anybody call for a replay.
That pylon is inbounds. If you're running and you touch the ball to the pylon, it's a touchdown.
Let's take a look at it. Oh, boy. That's a tough call. I'd have to call for a replay on that one.
You probably had some interesting conversations calling for replays, haven't you? When he used to yell at those officials, NFL not for long, if you keep making calls like that.
The key, they do have a replay going. Here's the official going over the look. And he's going to try to make a decision.
Ron Winter, the referee, will check the replay and see if Skip Hicks did indeed get the ball on that pylon for a touchdown. Let's watch.
Oh, we've seen every angle.
He scored.
Oh, it's a touchdown.
He scored. It'll be a touchdown. Pylon is inbounds.
Larry Wiggum trying to push him out of bounds and didn't get a hard enough push on him. Now he'll see every shot that we saw, right?
Yes, he will.
And they'll freeze it for him like on a CD disc.
And they'll see more. The replay unit has all the different looks that we have. Good looks indeed. Our executive producers Bob Gately and Alan Miller, director Ken Fouts, technical director Bill Lawler.
Fouts is my favorite.
Fouts, like Dan Fouts.
Yeah, you know why he's my favorite of all those? He's giving me a ride back to the hotel when the game's over. I need a ride back.
He's a dual-purpose director. Well, we had some ride out here.
Make the call. Make the call. Make the call.
Touchdown. Has to be. He had the ball inside the pylon.
Now, unless the back part of his body was out of bounds before he reached with his hands.
Well, he was airborne. He didn't touch out of bounds. It's a touchdown.
After review, the challenge is upheld. Touchdown.
And the crowd goes wild.
He's not out of bounds unless he touches down out of bounds. 17 yards and a touchdown. Happy Skins fans. Boy, they had quite a pregame spectacular here. Had to be one of the great rides to the ballpark we had tonight on the Patriots buses.
6 motorcycle policemen escort.
Alazovic kicks the point after, and the Redskins now open up a 10-point lead, 23-13, with 12:21 to play in the game. The Redskins opening up a 10-point lead. As Don Crickey and Jerry Glanville look at this game, what does the coach think?
Well, the fumble punt set up that last touchdown, and a good job by really the Redskins coaching staff asking for the replay. He was in. It was a touchdown.
Yeah, he was in. He touched that pylon. The pylon's inbounds. Now, what do you look for the rest of the way? You got to look at a lot of guys, and some careers are going to be decided in these next 12 minutes.
Well, I don't think he got accomplished what he wanted to, and that was to see which fullback could play. You don't see which fullback can play when you get in that shotgun with 4 wide receivers, but that's the only way they had it coming back, getting in the ball game. There's a flag on this kickoff. Looks like maybe the kicking team was offside.
Skins with a lot of rushing yards now, 157 rushing yards. Patriots with just 43.
Well, you can't rush the football with the formation the Patriots had to use to try to get back in. I think the new kicker coming out of the Arena Football League had a little skip step, and when he approached the ball and caused people to be offsides when he kicked, when the foot met the ball.
Offside, 84, kicking team.
They'll blame the kicker for this.
A 5-yard penalty.
43 yards rushing. The Pats offense, what they need to do is play the 49ers every week.
Yeah, they really took care of them.
Yeah, they look good that week.
Offensive coordinator for the Patriots in the middle there. That's Coach Weiss.
Does that man look puzzled?
Well, he's looking for some big plays now as his team will get the ball back on a kickoff. Antoine Harris and Tony Gator are back, so they're showing some confidence in Gator, who fumbled the punt.
Wow, that hurt Gator. You think Gator would have went to University of Florida with a name?
Right.
Instead, he goes to Miami.
He's the young man who was cut by the Patriots and re-signed. Cut at 10 a.m., re-signed by 4 p.m.
He wasn't out long.
No, he wasn't.
I've been out a lot longer than that. See, he walks up to the ball kind of slow. So the kicker was throwing off the cover. What a kick, though. Look at that thing. After the penalty, the ball came down on the 1.
Tony Gator wants to redeem himself. And he runs the ball back out close to the 25-yard line. Well, as you mentioned one time, Jerry, as a coach, you were never more than one game away from a hanging.
No, that's that never changes. Keep your boxes. You know, every time you move, they put a sticker on your furniture. It's usually a different color. If I climb under my coffee table, I got a red, a green, a blue, and a gold. And I can look at those stickers and say, I remember when I left that town.
Now let's see what John Freeze can do with the offense. If he can get it moving. I think he will. An 11-year veteran out of Idaho. But penalty markers are all over the field at the snap of the ball.
How about the Redskins didn't have enough people on the field, and a guy just ran out. Says, I'll go play. Nobody's out there.
Prior to the snap.
A little confusion with the backup
66
teams.
Offense.
As to who's in on what team.
Remains first down.
You can play with less than 11. You can play with as few as you want to put up. You can't put somebody on though with a 12th man. In Canada you can. Now here's Freeze right in the shotgun. Big guy, 6'4", 220. A pocket passer with a strong arm. Goes the out pattern. Ball is taken in by Dane Looker. This is the young player who they just picked up in a conditional trade with the St. Louis Rams. They really like, they've had scouts at all different games of the Patriots. And Dane Looker is a guy that really impressed them, and they brought him in. Now, the first throw to him, he picks up. They're going to go to him more. They want to really see what he can do.
Still no huddle. Haven't huddled the second half of the offense. One little draw.
Running well with the ball is Patrick Pass, the rookie runner from Georgia, who has been impressive for a 7th-round pick. Dane Looker transferred to the University of Washington to play with his high school quarterback, Brock Heward. He caught 66 passes as a junior at UW. Only 20 as a senior when they went to an option play. They're going to be looking at him more now. Here's a throw near side, and there's a courageous catch.
And a good throw.
Into traffic and coming down with the ball. Matt Bumgardner, rookie from Texas A&M.
And Freeze has been there. You can tell.
Getting a chance here to win a letter tonight. Here's a swing pass to Patrick Pass. Very quick feet. Patrick Pass inside the 40, and he's down to the 36-yard line. A game on a play of 16
You love to
yards.
call his name. Pass is running is what you said.
I just remember him in high school. He was one of the top 2 or 3 high school running backs in the country.
How about Freeze? Looks downfield, can't find what he wants, knows where the safety valve is. Freeze has been there. Freeze can play. You got to have a veteran.
They talk about the great runners, Jerry, having great vision.
And great runners can play early. You don't need to have playing experience. You know, Walter Payton could play the minute he stepped on the pro field.
That's a position whether you have it or you don't. If you're not a current season ticket holder, this will be your only chance. To get tickets, call 617-434-PATS. Patrick Pass receives the ball from John Freeze just before John Freeze was really ripped down hard and neck-high tackled.
I can remember when Freeze was playing for the Redskins here in front of Gus Verrat, and they drafted Schuler, #1 from Tennessee, and Freeze was the best quarterback at the Redskins at that time. Nice throw again.
But it is picked off. Eric Whitfield, number 36 of the Redskins.
Should have been caught, though.
Yeah, Matt Bumgardner was the intended receiver.
He dropped that one, went right through his hands.
Patriots with 11 or 12 wide receivers on their roster, but not for long.
Now, this would be listed as an interception, but it really should be caught. Good throw. And that won't help Bumgardner's chances any. Had a chance on a fumble. Tony Simmons, good tackle on that play. Knocked that ball out of there. Good job by New England recovering that fumble that Tony Simmons knocked out.
So the Patriots will put the ball in play at their right at midfield.
You didn't give Looker size. These people don't know how big he is.
5'11", 188.
Speed?
4'1".
4'1" in the 30?
Who's the fastest guy you've ever played? Was it Deion Sanders? Bo Jackson told me he ran under 4'2" a number of times.
Well, rather than sign him, I'd rather get that watch.
You'd rather check the watch?
Yeah, I don't think that watch is right.
Well, they say in the Olympics, with guys on their way to world record times through 40 yards, they're running like 4.6s.
Isn't that something?
They accelerated the end, but
yeah.
Timeout on the field with 9:42 left to play. Official discussion now as referee Ron Winter gets his group together. While Bledsoe was in there, he threw 23 times, completed 14 for 201 yards, 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown. That was to Tony Simmons.
And Tony Simmons made the play to get the ball back here for the Patriots after the interception.
But the fumble was caused
tackle, knocked that
by a
ball
player
out.
inbounds.
So Coach Belichick wants an explanation. Fumble was caused by a hit in bounds. Patriots getting it back.
Oh, there he was. He came from out of bounds and made the hit back in bounds. He left the field of play and came back in and made the hit.
He can do that if he is pushed out of bounds, forced out of bounds. If he voluntarily runs out of bounds, he cannot re-enter the field of play and make a play on the same down.
He can't be first in on the play. He can be second in on the play or third.
Exactly.
There he is, out of bounds. I'd say that's out of bounds.
Not even marginally.
No.
There were times when the great special teams players like Steve Tasker would run behind the opposing bench covering a kickoff.
Used to teach it.
Come back inbounds and make the tackle. Should he be jumping over television wires and everything else down there? Jacquemaine Davis was the guy who came back and freed the ball. So once again, we'll have referee Winter check the replay. It didn't look like he was knocked out of bounds. Looks like he ran out of bounds and came back in, forced the fumble. If that be the case, it would negate the play. It would be Redskins ball.
A lot more security at the Redskins. All these guys are security guys. I don't think I've ever seen that much security.
I'll tell you one thing, you might want to put a uniform on some of these guys.
I think we could take 4 of those guys and
line them up.
At least challenge the 49ers.
You know nobody's going through that guy.
No.
No one will bother the referee while he's doing that tape.
And I could say honestly that none of those security guys have given up red meat.
Or the weight room. That should have 500 bench pound guy. 500-pound bench. Interceptions, Patriots 3, Redskins 2.
The officials having a harder time figuring this out than we did. Should have been caught. Intercepted. Pushed him out of bounds.
Oh, see, he was pushed out of bounds. No, this guy was not, though.
Well, but
I don't know. He's pretty close.
Well, that's a tough call.
Take some reviewing.
Yeah, they went back farther. Good job down the truck. Excellent producer and director we have is trying to show you the whole thing.
And doing that very well. That really, without that replay, you could never make a good judgment.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. The ball was fumbled.
Play stands because they went all the way back. Good job in the truck. See, we thought it was the other way, and then they took it back farther. Have we got good cameramen with this crew or what?
The best.
Got the cameraman, got the truck working down there. If I could get me a new play-by-play guy, we'd have a... Oh, no.
You'd be cooking.
You'd be cooking. You're my hero. Host at the gala. They paid you the same amount that they offered Barry Sanders. $1.8 million to host the gala.
Now, when I do it, I pay them.
I called up and asked them if I could host the gala. They said there was no room for me.
They wanted you to come with me, but you're going to Justin's soccer game.
Yeah, my son will be playing a soccer game. Can you imagine my son kicking the ball?
The chef.
The chef.
He could come up and cook the dinner up there.
That'd be good. Blitz.
Here is a long ball thrown downfield. This is
interference.
Yeah. Dane Looker getting a good look. LaFane Williams was covering him, and he had to push him.
Williams had a grab and hold. And did you hear what you said? You said Looker's getting a good look. That's total interference.
And he got the face mask.
And he never looked back for the ball. Defensive man, if you never look back for the ball, you'll never get a break.
This is a tough time for Sean Morey, the terrific little player, young player, not that little, 5'11", 190 out of Brown University.
You think Looker's bigger than him?
Well, they're both listed at 5'11". I think Looker might be a little faster, but Morey certainly is a producer. Now that big catch last week. Here's a throw. Ball shooting at Bjornsson. The tight end comes in, Eric Bjornsson.
That was probably Freeze's worst pass. He had him on what you call a arrowing up to the flat and up. And Freeze didn't lead him. Not a good throw. Freeze is better than that. I told the fella at the hotel Freeze is the best quarterback in the league, not starting.
He's a good quarterback. There's no question. Like throws like that. Oh, what a play. As he gets the ball to Rod Rutledge, who's way overdue to make a big offensive play, and big Rod Rutledge, all 270 pounds of him, straddles the sidelines, gets a first down, a gain on the play of 18 yards. He's down to the 8-yard line.
Watch the quarterback first. He got the stunt lead, getting hit right in the chest, makes an accurate throw. I think Rutledge has got to fight to stay in bounds here a little more. When you're that size, go win the battle. Low man wins. I shouldn't get pushed out of bounds that easy by a corner.
Patrick Pass tries the right side of the Redskins defense, and LeVar Arrington, the #2 pick in the entire draft last April. LeVar Arrington, number 56, out of Penn State. Wearing number, there he is. They started comparing him to LT. He's got a ways to go. He had a rough training camp early on.
It's hard to learn everything a linebacker does. A linebacker is a position where that experience is so important.
They say he's going to be a game changer, though. Free throws. Ball is caught in the end zone. Nicely done.
We couldn't see that from here. It was behind our cameraman.
Matt Baumgartner got it from Texas A&M. 7-yard touchdown play. Freeze to Baumgartner.
That's the first touchdown that I couldn't see.
And to tell you, Jerry, this is a long way from over. We've got 8:46 left to play.
Look at the throw by Freeze. Got a little wobble on it. Wow, stuck it right in there. Baumgartner sort of makes a comeback after he tipped that one for an interception.
Ball hit up and good by Adam Vinatieri.
Wow, we're 3 points down. It's time to wake up. Get off the couch. If you're sitting in Boston and you start dozing off, wake up your sister. Tell them we're back in the ballgame.
Back in the game, indeed. As with 8:46 left to play, it's now a 23-20 game. Redskins in the lead. And the Patriots have all their timeouts left. The Redskins have none.
Accuracy. Down and away. It's either a touchdown or it's a dirt ball. A lot of wide receivers on the Patriots still.
At least 11.
Wow, that's a lot. That's enough for a whole team, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get 11 aside.
Reminder to join Mike Lynch for Patriots' fifth quarter immediately following the game on Channel 5 WCVB TV. You'll hear both Bill Belichick and Drew Bledsoe's press conferences. The fifth quarter right after the game on Channel 5 WCVB TV.
That's where Lynch works full time.
The Tower of Power and the hub of the universe.
Lynch is my hero. Had his family here. Took his girls down to Georgetown University. They all bought sweatshirts, but they didn't have enough money to get you and me one.
Nor did they get the socks again.
No, no socks.
Marcus Stiggers is back with LaFane Williams. Lee Johnson continues to be a valued member of the Patriots. Punting beautifully, kicking off, holding. Here comes Stiggers.
He may have to make a tackle.
And a tackle is made. Coming down to make it was Kelly Malvo. And now let's see if the Redskins try to open up some offense instead of handing it off to Skip Hicks 8 times in a row.
They're trying to prove something. They did that last year when they got ahead. They could go, when you can run the ball and take control of it, you usually end up with a good season. That's what they were able to do last year. Breeze is what? 6 of 8. 63 yards, 1 touch. And that interception wasn't his fault.
No, you said it should have been a completion.
Should have been a catch. Bumgarner dropped that one.
Usack going long ball. Stiggers is out there. He's hit by Kelly Malvo, but he came down with the ball at the 40-yard line.
And the corner out of position.
35-yard gain on the play.
Kelly got turned around and couldn't come back to what was not a good throw. Kelly's right here at the top. He's got his hips turned. He's playing nothing but the bomb. Now watch how he turns back around, and it's an underthrown pass. And a lot of times that underthrow gets you on a deep ball.
The handoff, and running hard is Chad Dukes, that rookie fullback from Pittsburgh. It's so hard to make an NFL roster, though. I mean, there are so many good players, guys that were absolute standouts, first-team all-conference, record setters. They can't even make a 53-man roster.
I used to always
go get drafted.
I used to go through the college leagues, and I used to look for the MVP in each league. Whoever was the most valuable player was Ohio Valley Conference, whatever it is, and I could maybe get a guy like that to jump out and make your team as a free agent. I used to look for the league's MVPs.
Highly productive players. Dukes swinging out of the backfield is taken down by Antoine Harris. Game clock down to 7:12 to play. Ball at the 34-yard line.
Duke's got a little fan club here. They're hollering for him.
They're a very spirited following. The Redskins, like the Patriots, have been sold out for years. Jonathan Kraft mentioned there's 35,000 on the waiting list for Patriot tickets.
Imagine that.
The new stadium that opens in 2002.
And I coached in Atlanta. We went to New England. I think Rod Russ was their coach. And I had to tell my team, we got to get emotional. We got to play even though nobody's here.
Yeah.
There's nobody to watch us, but we got to play for ourselves. And that was before Mr. Kraft became the owner. I looked in the stands. I said, my team will fall asleep because we were used to getting booed everywhere. They didn't even boo us.
And you personally, they would stand and boo us once.
I could get a lot of people to agree on one thing. Boo me.
They would stand and boo us once.
Yeah.
And Coach Winslow would come on the field. Here is a dump pass off, man.
The kid makes plays. The quarterback makes plays.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Husak. Ryan Johnson, a rookie fullback from Boise State, and that was Tony George who caught him hard, number 41 for the Patriots. But a backup unit on offense, moving the ball here.
And he sort of improvises when he gets in trouble. Play action fake, nothing special. Looking around, doesn't like it. Everybody's covered. Scrambles, and he pumps. Nice play by the quarterback.
Husak takes a look, eludes the rush, and bails out. Stopping the clock with 5:14 left to play.
And his dad was the athletic director where?
He still is at Loyola Marymount in Los Angeles.
And they play basketball.
Very well. Oh, yeah.
little holding there by the fullback for the Washington Redskins. You cannot, he looked like he was at the rodeo. Got caught holding, he picked the blitzer and slammed him down, tied his legs together and raised his hands. That's the old rodeo.
Good in 5.6 seconds.
Yeah. Cusack, 8 of 12.
78 yards. Look at this guy. This guy's not going to have a very hard time sticking with his team. They got Jeff George as the backup.
Haven't even played Jeff George in here.
Oh, they spent money. It's unbelievable the money this team spent. Something like $70 million on free agents. You wonder about the salary cap, how they're working. Well, one of the things they're doing, they're mortgaging the future. And the big question about the Redskins signing all these over 30 superstars, Bruce Smith and Deion Sanders and Jeff George, none of these guys played more than 12 games last year. And if you're going to get to the Super Bowl, you're going to have to win at least 18, maybe 19 games. So it's going to have to be a change of fortune for these longtime veterans to be in your lineup the whole way.
Oh, boy. The Patriots ran a blitz up the middle, and the Redskins did a good job of stuffing the blitz, and that way they should have completed that inside slant.
The Atlanta Falcons, formerly coached by Jerry Glanville, leading Cincinnati 31-16. U.S. Airways scoreboard, the Giants prevailing by a point over Jacksonville in the fourth quarter. Giants with a good rookie runner in Ron Dane, a Heisman Trophy winner from Wisconsin.
Big man with quick feet.
Third down and 20. Cusack throws, and he was shooting at Corey Allen, but Antoine Harris was the closest to the ball for the Patriots.
And you know, that's the worst throws he's made is the quick slant. Whatever he did at college, they evidently were not a three-step slant team, because he's done a good job on everything but that one pattern. And unfortunately, somebody keeps calling that play for him.
Now the punter comes on the field for the Redskins, and dropping back is Kevin Falk.
I got hit in the head. Who's behind you?
Kevin the spotter.
Kevin the spotter just whacked me with some binoculars. Am I bleeding bad?
You'll make it. Here's the snap. Williams punts it high.
What a punt. Great punt.
And the ball is downed inside the 5-yard line. Kevin Falk made a great fake like he's going to catch the ball, then let it go, but a 31-yard punt is down inside the 5. Patriots have it when we come back.
Step out of a draw out of this set, and finally the touchdown to Simmons, and that's the Ford F-150 drive of the game.
And there is the quarterback who started the game, went through much of the first 3 quarters, Drew Bledsoe. Looking on as opening day is going to be interesting at Foxborough and Tampa Bay with that powerhouse defense.
What a defense.
I'll tell you one thing, Sean King, their young quarterback, he's going to see, they're going to blitz him coming off the bus.
I don't know if I like Sean King, but I don't know about his deep throws. I know he can do the bootlegs and the scrambles and throw underneath, but I don't know how good he is at throwing that deep ball yet.
Every NFL team, all through the preseason, all 6 weeks of it, is preparing every day. Part of the practices for opening day's opponent.
I used to spend 1 day a week on the Steelers when I was at Houston. Right from the very get-go, every Tuesday was Steeler Day. We were going to get the Steelers, whether they carried us out on a trailer or not. And we practiced every Tuesday to get the Steelers, and I'll be darned, 1 year we got them twice a year.
So it's a well-spent Tuesday.
Absolutely.
Freeze throws, so it's almost picked. John Freeze really hit hard. He threw to Rod Rutledge, it skipped off his hands, and Tim Denton, the cornerback, almost had it for the Redskins.
Watch the pressure on Freeze, and then the tip. Not much time there. Oh,
got him in the helmet.
Hit him right in the face. Told him to keep his eye on the ball. He put the ball right on his eye. Rutledge didn't get his hands up.
Patriots continue to struggle converting third downs. They're 2 of 8 tonight. Third down conversions. Down by 3 of the Patriots. Third down and 10 coming up from their 4-yard line. And Trees again under duress as they were coming up the middle. LeVar Arrington.
Well, they had a screen call, and in a screen, you got to stop the initial charge before you peel out for the screen. So your offensive linemen have to stick. Now they did that. Brent Warren, the right tackle, lost his man.
When you say the offensive line had a stick, you mean?
That you got to stop the initial charge before you pull out for the screen. You just can't run out for the screen. You got to stop the defensive charge, stick him in the chest, and then go.
Tremendous punt from the end zone from the short field by Lee Johnson back to the 46-yard line. But here is Stiggers running the ball inside the 40. Johnson to beat. He does that with a head fake, and Johnson finally gets him down back inside the 15-yard line.
Wow. Now Lee Johnson.
45, 46-yard return.
Unbelievable punt. And then he's got to make the tackle. You got to do it all. That reminds me when Dempsey was at New Orleans. Remember the field goal kicker?
Yeah.
Kicked a 63-yard field goal against Detroit.
I did the game.
Did you? Then when he kicked the ball off, 2 weeks later, the guy ran a touchdown back, and the coach says, you got to make the tackle. He said, Coach, I can't do it all. I'm the only offense. I can't be your only defense. Well, now Johnson's got to be the defense. You did the game with a 63-yard field goal?
Yeah, against the Lions.
What'd you think when they lined up?
Well, Scarpetti, the holder, was back an extra yard because the whole team was rushing. Dempsey took about 3 extra steps. He was like running up on a kickoff.
Wow.
Chad Dukes runs the ball. Gets it down to the 5-yard line. But Dempsey, you know, he had a birth defect. He had a bad foot.
He had like a 9-iron on that foot, didn't he?
But I tell you, he made a lot of tackles. He was a big guy, and he would run people over like a truck. If he would get in the way of that channel and the guy couldn't, he just flattened him.
Who was doing the game with you when that Dempsey kicked that? You didn't ask me to be your partner.
I think it was either Summerall or John Sauer. Might have been Pat. I'm not sure.
You haven't called me for years to do good stuff like that.
Sitting here doing it. Here. Chad Dukes runs.
Oh, no. Touchdown. Nobody there to turn it in. You call that run force. Force man's got to turn the play in. Nobody showed up. Watch the toss sweep. Somebody's got to get out here and turn it in. They've got the corner. And really, Duke should switch the ball to the other arm.
Once more. Working that pylon. Hey, they know right what to do with it.
Poor defense, no run force. Run force means turn the play in to the rest of the defensive players. Nobody turned it in.
Still 2:58 left to play. The Redskins looking to again build to a 10-point lead, which they do on a kick by Peter Elizovic, the 29-year-old rookie from Michigan.
29-year-old rookie.
He either has a lot of postgraduate degrees or he's a slow learner, but he was there. Actually, he started late. He came from, I think, Yugoslavia.
Oh, really? He wasn't like me when I took my SAT. You ever take your SAT for your college board entries?
Yeah.
My parents got mad at me and said, how could you only score 1,050? And I said, the guy sitting next to me wasn't real smart.
Clay Rush kicks off. Still some time left. Patriots' 5th quarter coming up after the game.
That's with who? Who runs that?
Joining Mike Lynch.
Mike Lynch!
Channel 5 WCVB TV. You'll hear both Bill Belichick and Drew Bledsoe's press conferences. Tony Gator and Antoine Harris are back. Antoine Harris. Michael Sellers makes the stop.
Yeah, Mike Sellers, unbelievable blocking fullback. Gets in there in special teams. Goes down, makes the tackle on kickoff. And when they're running power football, he's the guy doing all the blocking.
You're talking about that Dempsey field goal. When he kicked it, the goalposts were up. They were on the goal line.
On the goal line, that's right.
So they put a little gold patch on the field at Tulane Stadium. I remember Pat Summerall saying when he went back when the patch was there, you looked around because he was a kicker, and you saw the other goalpost was right behind you. He said the whole name of the game had changed when kicking these. Here is a stick by Kennard Lang who breaks through. Number 90. He's a former #1 draft choice, and apparently he came up with the ball. Redskins take it over.
Fumble snap, fumble exchange. He had it right in his hands. Bad play by Freeze, looking downfield, reading the defense, not catching the ball. Good snap, not the center's fault.
This is a backup unit on offense, but the Patriots have not been getting the offensive production. It has not measured up to the caliber of their defensive play this summer. Still 2 preseason games to go after this one. New England with a 5 preseason game schedule. Patriots with 4 turnovers in this game. Skins with 2.
And 2 deep turnovers. The fumble snap on this, and then the drop punt. Wow, they're mauling him now.
Chad Dukes is the man. Yeah, just power football, running the clock, running the ball inside the 10-yard line.
He's running up through there without a headgear. You think he's tough?
Yeah. Not a good idea.
Somebody has to come out of the secondary and make the force, turn the play in.
2 plays, 14 yards, 49 seconds of a scoring drive.
So the ball position now at the 9-yard line. 2nd down and 2 at the Patriots 9. And we're down to the 2-minute warning. So when we come back, the Redskins in position to possibly score again.
Reduce the drag. That's the idea behind Mach 3. Less drag means less irritation. DLC Comfort Edge blades are streamlined for less drag. With Mach 3, there's far less irritation. Mach 3 from Gillette.
Come on, you're the next. Work back. Come on, work back. Push up. Come on, work back. Work back. Come on, push back. Come on, work back. Come on, work back. That's it, Rob. Come on, you're the next. Come on, push it back. Come on, work back. Come on. Lift up, lift up. Come on, work back.
Get the shave of your life. Mach 3. It's so effortless. You take 1 stroke, it takes 3. The closest shave in fewer strokes with less irritation. Mach 3 from Gillette.
Now the Boston Globe play of the game. Kick return by Kevin Falk.
He had a couple good kick returns, but here you absolutely would not surrender. Watch the spin, does a little spin.
Boy, that is sensational. 43 yards.
He played fast all night. He played fast. He had quick feet on the very first play. Must have got a lot of rest.
Well, he had 2 kickoff returns of over 40 yards in the game tonight. Now back to the sidelines. Mike has something for us.
Don, during the timeout, it was something unusual. The defensive unit came over. Bill Belichick took his headset off, and you could see the veins popping out of the side of his neck as he was instructing him. I thought I heard the word embarrass and the word pride thrown around, and it's not too surprising with what's gone on here with this sloppy play in the 4th quarter. But he was quite animated, and let's see if he got his point home. Let's see if they paid attention.
Wow. Well, he certainly has reason to be unhappy. Made a lot of mistakes in this game tonight, and the Redskins in position to put up more points. The Redskins came out so pumped tonight. I mean, they were jumping up and down on the Redskin emblem at midfield like it was the Super Bowl they were going to play. All 80 guys jumping up and down. Here's Chad Dukes running. They had lost their first preseason game to Tampa Bay, and obviously came in here looking to put a skin on the wall.
And good run for us. You've been asking about it. There was Antoine Harris coming in there, turning that play in instantly, and they have no place to run. That's what they've been lacking on the last power plays. Good job. by Harris, cornerback.
Down to 1:30 to play. Redskins come out of the huddle thanks to our spotters, Kevin Swindon and C.J. Pointkowski. And on staff, John Gorman and John Yanish.
How was Gorman? Did you think Gorman did you a good job today?
They get it going.
I asked him for a stat about 4 hours ago. Haven't got one yet.
He's doing new math early in the game, but he's really cooking.
He's cooking now, huh? I said, give me a stat on anything. And he went and got a hot dog.
MC squared. Here's a handoff to Chad Dukes. Takes it to the 5-yard line.
Pull the backside guard and run up inside. That's what the Redskins are all about. They'll always pull the guard from the opposite side of the center. Watch your right guard on offense coming around, leading this. This is the Redskins. Get out of the woods. Get backside guard will pull the play.
Pitch back. Chad Dukes. Collision inside the 5 of the 3-yard line. Patriots stop it with 28 seconds left. Jerry, you've been particularly good on the telestrator tonight.
Well, you showed me how to get that line off, though. You did a good job. I was trying to bully it and shove it around.
Well, you got to.
You got to love it. You got to treat it gently.
You can't punch the telestrator.
No, and that's something that Belichick can't do with this team. He can't treat them gently. He's got to punch him around a little bit.
They don't go again until the game against Tampa Bay, and that's ironically their opening day opponent. So you want to play well against Tampa Bay. You don't want to show them too much, but not a happy Bill Belichick leaving the field after his team is defeated here tonight. 30-20. We'll be coming back to FedEx Stadium in a moment as the Patriots suffer their first preseason loss after 2 wins.